jungle game where it is Maokai versus Nunu matchup. And this is one of the players that has dropped down in elo and is rather tilted right now. So we're going to go ahead and try to fix some of that problem. So in your mind, what name do you want to go by here now?
What do you mean, daddy?
Other than Daddy.
Daddy hated.
All right.
Vesco, okay, Vesco.
Vasco? Okay, cool. Um, what do you feel your biggest problems are right now?
For the game or overall for me?
Both.
For the game, my overall problem is I know the mid lane is gonna end with top lane, and I don't. And I wrote to them like, they're strong. Just wait me. I will gank you level 3. I will flash. I know that they're aggressive players. They'll get low. I'll gank and will kill them. Just wait me. That's all I said. And overall, my problem is I'm really passionate about the game, and I really easily tilt. I get mad when the game is not 50% to 50%. Like, I really get mad when I have the potential of carrying, but they're not letting me. And when they're just like I don't know how, but everyone knows I'm a transfer, and they're always calling me transfer trash. Go back to your monkeys or shit like that. I have been entered out of 100 games, 11, and all from L9 Apocalypse, right in real life.
Okay.
And
Other than tilt, what other problems do you think you have in your gameplay?
I'm not mechanically good. My runes I think suck. Like mechanically, I think I'm not perfect. This is my first season playing jungle, like main jungle, and just the runes. I don't think I understand the runes. What's in meta? How should I use them? Like masteries I get.
Okay. Um, cool.
Oh, and one more problem is I
Yep.
usually I have watched like Korean replays. If a lane gets ahead, the jungler plays around that lane and gets him even further ahead. I don't. I think I'm not doing it good enough, or like I think one of my main problem is um like I think one of my problems is I want to get every lane ahead while I can just get one lane ahead enough carry, but I don't know which lane. Like I don't know the players yet in this elo.
Okay. So, first, you're going to have to separate yourself from the game for a minute. Okay.
From what?
From the game, from League of Legends.
Okay.
Okay. This right here, Tilta mentality, that is completely unrelated to the game. It is part of your personality right now and how you view things. So, how can you look at things better? You have to be objective, goal oriented, and focused on yourself. So, objective, goal oriented, and self focused. If you play every game worrying about your mid laner and how he's going to end, you will tilt even harder, and if he ends, you will flame him. Because you're focused on your mid laner and not yourself. So I guarantee as we go through this game, we will see mistakes that your mid laner makes. But statistically, you will not have this mid laner in 50% of your games. Or rather, statistically, it is likely that around 50-50, not exactly, of your games will be decidable by you. And what do I mean by that? Well, this is kind of like
Can I say something like it's on this point? Like usually I have a motto: you're either the difference of winning or losing the game. Like you're that 1%, but sometimes it's just like impossible. Like I have turned around games alone, but it's not every game, and that's tilting me.
okay. So if I expand this, what I mean by that is in 40% of games, you will win just because you queued up. As long as you're playing moderately close to your standard level, right? So like
Yes.
you will just win games because the you have five Smurfs because the enemy team DC'd, whatever. Right? So you recognize that 40% of your wins, you probably didn't do anything special.
True.
Okay. So, let's say you play 10 games in a day. That means statistically, you're likely to win 4 just because you exist. You didn't do anything special. You just existed.
Okay.
As long as you're playing at your elo. Obviously, if you're below your elo, these numbers will change. But if you're playing at your elo or close to it, this is a pretty accurate number. This also means that you will lose 4 games just because you existed. You could have been 30-0, but guess what? Your mid laner, he literally wanted to lose the game. Or your mid laner, he disconnects. Or your mouse stops working. Whatever it might be, you will lose games just because you exist. Do you recognize that as well?
Yes.
Okay, so they're equal, right? You will win and lose roughly the same amount of games because you did nothing special only because you existed.
Okay.
And then the last part of it is this 20%. This is where good players start to shine. Because in these 20% of games, the other 2 games of your day, you decide what happens. You know, you won because you made a critical play. You lost because you tried to make a critical play and you lost. You messed up. So you can see, in only 20% of your games, you have that large impact. So you need to approach this in a different way and say, okay, let's say I play 3 games today. How many games did you play today?
Too many?
How many?
11?
Okay, you played 11 games. How many games did you win?
Oh, I think I promoted. Just 1 second, I'm gonna tell you. I think I won more than I lost, so I won. Okay, okay.
I'm ready. How
I'm
many did you
5
win?
on 3.
Okay.
5 games, 5 wins and 3 losses in this account.
Okay. So you played 8 games.
Yes.
5 wins, 3 losses. How many of those do you think were because you did stuff?
Oh, let me check. Huh.
Not necessarily hard carrying, but you impacted the game, the 20% value.
So I played like I should have. Okay, my last game doesn't count. 1, 2, 4 of them.
Okay. So 4 of them.
Yes.
Now, let's say we go back to yesterday. How many games were you the controlling factor?
Okay, in those games, the controlling factor. Let me just check. So I had only 3 wins, 4 wins and 11 and 7 losses.
Okay.
And I think in the 2 of the games I won only because of me, and the other one is because they had an AFK for like 1 minute.
Okay.
So 2 games out of 10.
So that's roughly what we said, right?
Yeah, but it's not 4-4-2. It's 0-8-2 or
Okay.
1-7-2.
So I see what you're saying, and every good player has seen what you're saying. Okay? Everybody that is your elo or higher has seen that. Some days can't be helped. If you expand your sample size from, instead of, how many games is this? 19 games, right? If you expand this to 40 games, I guarantee it'll be closer to that 40-40-20 rule.
Okay.
Guaranteed, right?
Yes.
Okay. And that's something that you need to consider, and distance yourself from the game and look at it mathematically. So you will win games over the course of a long period of time. Have you ever used a bet function, like betting, casino gambling, on Twitch,
Yes.
on Discord?
No, on CSGO gambling.
Okay.
And
Have you ever
nowadays,
lost like 8 games in a row? Or 8 bets in a row?
yes.
Statistically, that's very unlikely, right? You losing 8
Yes.
games in a row? Okay. If we look at the math behind that, the chances of you losing 8 games in a row, provided that is an equal 50-50, would be 0.5 times 0.5 times 0.5, 8 times, right?
Yes.
That means this is the percentage of chance that that event happens. But that is still a chance. That will happen. And when you add in a game that isn't necessarily 50-50 like League of Legends, this chance skyrockets a lot higher. Okay, you didn't lose 8 games in a row. But the point that I'm getting at with this is, if you look at things mathematically, you separate yourself from the game a little bit and realize the end result of winning versus losing doesn't matter. What matters is if you learned something from your game and you're able to translate that into future games, you will then have a higher chance of winning more games. Does that make sense?
Well, yes, that is true. I actually watch a lot of my replays, or while I'm playing, I never say we lost because of him. If it's not just like he inting on mid lane, just going straight forward. I am just thinking about, we could have won if I did that,
Mm-hmm.
if I played better. If I bet this, if like Jankos was playing, he would have carried it. Like, I have to find a way to carry it. Before like this season, I I was thinking about like playing. I started playing support, then I just said, okay, I had enough of it. I'm going to play jungle and like become good. And my P, like on masters, I just said, okay, I have I started playing and rewatching my games, and I found a way to carry games, and it was by shot calling barons and dragons, and like optimizing on split push, like with Shaco, Rengar, and Kha'Zix and Lee Sin. I was just like trying to find a way to carry the games, and that way, like with my calling, I actually reached rank 1 on East. That's the way I found, like, it just ticked on me. I found a way. Like, and I'm searching for that tick at the moment in West.
Okay. So, to my understanding, the server differences are very real.
Oh yes, yes. It's
Um,
like playing.
so, so you have to keep that in mind as well. Because if you played on EUNE for, let's say, 4 years, you can
Yes.
develop EUNE habits, and you'll be playing at a standard that is lower because that is a legitimate thing in the server. And you might not learn as much because you're not playing with the same quality of players. And then once you go into a better server and you try to compete with them and you can't get that same rank, it's because the population is just better, right? That's a
Yeah,
thing.
that's true.
So you have to keep that in mind as well. So you reached rank 1 EUNE, right? That does not mean
Yes.
that you're going to get rank 1 on EU West in a day.
And
It's
in
definitely not a thing.
it's like in 1 year maybe.
So it's something that you have to remember, um, because it's really, really important to not get bogged down by my rank and instead work towards what do I know. because they're very, very different. Um, it's really, really important that instead of you focusing on, oh, today I'm Masters 100 LP, tomorrow I'm Masters 70 LP, you focus on what you learn to then apply to the next game, as I already said. So, you did a good job and you identified one of your conditions in game that you don't know. I broke it down into a larger category, and that is understanding your win condition. What you had said was that you don't understand how or when to camp a lane to make sure that that lane gets ahead.
Yeah. Like I mean, like I know when to gank it, but I hate it when they just expect me to kill a lane from 100 to 0 HP. Like I don't when I lane against someone, I always try to like set up a gank. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why I'm mad. Like I know how to set up ganks, but I get flamed a lot because I'm not like camping them that hard. And I'm telling them, okay, set up a gank. I will gank you if you set it up, and they just flame me because I'm not just like straight running to them. They just I don't understand players how they don't get it, that it's not like I come, I kill him. It's just like you bait him, I kill him. That's how it works.
Okay, so
That
the jungle role is heavily reliant on teammates, right? That is a thing. But all other roles are also reliant on teammates. And you need to figure out your own way of carrying the game and impacting the game in a positive way. Because remember, if we look statistically at the long scale, if you work harder, smarter, better, and you consistently have a positive impact on your games, you will win more games. You can climb with a 50.1% win rate, right? That's not to say that's what you want, but it is a thing. And your concern with your teammates not setting up ganks is a thing. Like, that is a thing. And that is something that you need to be concerned about when playing the game. But that doesn't mean that you should be focusing on it like you said earlier. So as long as that is not your primary focus point of, well, he didn't do this, that's why I lost. Because if you can blame somebody else for losing the game, there's this saying, and I'm gonna pull up an image to show it to you. I think it's worthwhile to show because it might help you out a little bit. It goes something like, if you're pointing your finger at somebody, you point 3 back. And it's pretty interesting because if you look at this image here, if this is where you are, I'll change colors. In the pink, 1 goes out, 3 goes in. You see that? 3 fingers are pointing
oh
to you.
yeah, but isn't it like 2 to 3 because of the thumb?
Same thing.
Okay.
Either way. The point is, if you're able to point out at somebody else, you can introspect and look at yourself as well. Because yourself is the controllable factor in every single game. Right? You can't control if your top laner doesn't want to get gank assistance, if he doesn't set it up for you. But you can control where you are on the map. So if I give a super basic example, and this is not going to shock you or anything, you're going to know this. Let's say you're against Ivern. Ivern starts here
Yeah,
because we got
it
a ward
happened.
here. So that's how we know he starts there. You know that Ivern is likely to do this.
True.
So what if you started here instead and waste his time?
I have a better tactic usually. Like I prefer to ask my bot lane to leash me really hard red buff. I just go and kill Ivern because he's level 1 or waste his
Mm-hmm.
flash. I usually did it with Lee Sin or Shaco, and I just got my Q with Shaco, or with Lee Sin I usually killed Ivern because I
Right.
thought of a way like instead of like giving him a chance of stealing my blue buff or like we being equal, I thought of, "Oh, if he's gonna do that, I can kill him the easiest way if I just like because I rushed and because of that plant like the knockup plant right next to blue buff, it gives me an instant jump to him. It's like a ward jump with Lee Sin.
Yep.
and then I just flash auto attack Ivern, and he flashes, but I ward jump to him, and my mid laner is usually like around mid, and he can just come and we can kill Ivern freely. Then I can just go take his red buff, go do my blue buff, and he's ultra behind now because I'm level 3 and he's still like level 1 trying to do his blue buff.
Okay, so the point of that was not the specific strategy, but just to show that
Oh,
there are things that you can do against it, right? So we know this is information that we have. We know Ivern starts red in this game because there's a ward there or whatever. We know that that's what he's going to do. So instead of, let's say doing this, then this, and this, stupid clear, like this is monkey clear, right? But whatever, it's just an example. We counteract what he's going to do because we understand what he's going to do. We take the information that we have and make an educated, proactive decision. Or, you could concede your blue buff, run to his blue buff or something, right? There's a ton of
yeah.
strategies that you can do. And that's the important thing, is that you understand something, you see something, and you use it to your advantage. So, if we give another really, really direct example, literally any jungler, we're going to say starts blue buff, he goes here, then he goes here, and then he goes either top or he goes mid. This is super basic
Yeah.
jungle path, super basic, right? Like, this is as simple as it gets. So what does this mean for the mid laner? Well, if the mid laner is paying attention at all, he'll know that he's here at 150. He'll know that he's around here at around 2 minutes. He'll know that he's around here at 2:30. So if the mid laner is playing on this side of the map around 2:30, he's asking to die. Right? That makes sense?
Actually, the timers are kinda wrong because the fastest clearing jungler is Lee Sin and he usually ganks around 241, and Elise is the second one like 245.
Right,
It's
so
after
he's at his red around 2:30.
yeah.
It's just an
So it's just
estimated
an
timer for simple
yes, yes.
numbers.
Okay.
So if we just go off the example, the mid laner is trolling, right? Because he's sitting on the side that is going to be ganked. So see, this is just another piece of information that you know his clear path, and if the mid laner does not respect that and play on this side of the lane, he's not playing properly. So, how many games of League of Legends have you played where you have thought about every aspect of the game like this?
Like I actually think about each and every game. I actually know where the jungler starts. I actually know where he starts just by the moment of his laners, and I counter it, try to counter it, or like outplay him in some way. Like almost in every game, I know what he will do. Like I know the paths, I know what he does, and the clearing. Or
Okay.
maybe there will be some like strange OTP trash that will do every camp in the game. Now be just ganking.
So, what about the other aspects of the game? Because I wasn't just talking about jungle paths, I'm talking about everything. Okay, so there's a lot of different categories. And I can continue listing, but I'm going to stay at these four. Not because these are the most important, but these are just four examples. Um, sorry about the docs. If we look at the architecture of the map right here, right, we're going to go with the skill shot one. If you're standing here and the enemy is here, let me actually zoom in to make this easier to illustrate. So if we're standing here and the enemy is standing here, where is the optimal place to throw this skill shot?
Actually, just like try to, I think it's bait him into thinking that you're like usually there is a pattern. He goes left, right, left. That's something you should like. That's always what I do in mid lane. I actually search for a pattern how he jukes. So the optimal way is just shoots like I think straight ahead. And that's why if he jukes both, it's a hit. If he jukes ahead, it's a hit. And if he jukes left, it's not a hit. But You can try to bait him into dodging. Then when you instantly see his step, just use your skill shot. Like if he's there, the most optional thing is to the left probably, because to the right it's really hard to juke, and some players may not know it.
So
I
the
think it's
core
to
of
the
this
left.
exercise is that if you look at the math, he cannot escape this juke if you throw it straight ahead, like you said.
Yes.
Because there's too small of an arrow right here. This zone is not large enough for him to juke into because his hitbox will still get clipped. He can go this way, but by the time your skill shot's there, he's already going to be clipped. He can't go straight because he'll get clipped again. He can't go this way because, again, he'll get clipped here. He can't go towards you. He could do some funky move like this, but then you're just getting more distance on him. And he might be able to do some funky move like that, but he'll probably get clipped again. So really, his only real option to juke this is like this, but like, that's not an ideal juke at all. And the point with this is a lot of low elo players would not throw the skill shot like that. So if I redraw it, we're here, they're here. A low elo player might throw it like this and say, oh dang, I thought he would juke that way. But it doesn't make sense for him to juke that way because he can't, and it makes significantly more sense for you to throw the line like this. So the point of this, as I was getting to, is just to show that there are so many micro optimizations that you can do to improve your play to make you a consistently better player. And that was kind of the question that I was leading towards of how often do you do stuff like this? Because in every single game of League of Legends that you play, if you did something like this, for every aspect of the game, you would literally be rank 1 on every single server of the game. Guaranteed. For every aspect of the game, because you're literally optimizing your gameplay. And these things are the differences between the best players and players that are good at the game. Does that kind of make sense?
That's actually true.
Okay. Because, like I started to list, there's so many different things, right? There's win conditions. This was one of the things that you said that you have trouble identifying. Right here, win conditions. So, in this game, what is your win condition?
In this game, my win condition is to
Just look at the
end it
team
as
comps
fast as
flat.
possible. Just to end it as fast as possible. Like it's a Kog'Maw, Karma. It's a Cassiopeia and a Mundo. Mundo late game is almost unkillable. Like I get Veigar if he is super fed, okay, but that's something like impossible. Like they have a Kog'Maw that will delete me. They will have a Cassiopeia that's a lot of CC damage and it's constant. They have Karma that's shields. We have a Lucian that's early and mid game. We have a Garen that's never strong. We have a Veigar that's strong if he's good, only if he's good at the moment. Maybe late game.
So,
And we have a Bard that's really strong at roaming and at lane. That's the only way.
So I just wrote really quickly a few notes on it. And you can micro the notes as well, like, oh, well, Cassiopeia is pretty strong throughout the entire game. Veigar is only really strong super late game because of these reasons, or Lucian's better in mid game. You can get really in-depth into the team comp, and that's something you should do every game, and recognize your win condition. So we said that it is to win as early as possible, because you guys are on a time clock, basically. These two are going to outscale your team. That will happen. They have 2 hyper carries with 2 tanks. That means you're on a clock, right? Let's say it's 25 minutes. Because at that point, the gold values of their champions will just out gold value your champions. So, what do I mean by that? Well, let's say Cassiopeia, every 300 gold is actually worth 400 gold of stats to Cassiopeia because of her scalings. Let's say Kog'Maw is similar. And then Nunu and Mundo, all the 300 gold is only worth 200. And Karma will say 250. Okay? Let's look at your team comp. Well, you'll see it struggles pretty hard because the gold values are pretty low. And these aren't exact numbers. These are just example numbers.
Yeah.
But you can see the point that I'm illustrating here is that the gold values on their team are heavily swayed because of these two carries, which means at some point, if you guys have, let's say this is the mark, if you guys both have 20k gold at this point, and that's not accurate, but you both have 20k gold, they will mathematically beat you just by raw math. And that's something you need to consider. Because how many games have you looked at team comps like this?
Each and every one.
Every one. Are you
Each
serious?
and every one. Yes,
Okay.
I'm not joking. Each and every game, I just see they'll beat us then. They'll beat us then. He's strong. I write to my team. I say we can't win late. Stop them early, and we lose.
Okay. So that's good then. You've done step one. Okay, so step one is identify team comps. Let's look. Oops. I typoed that. Whatever. Let's look at step two. Strengths and weaknesses is what step two would be, really. Okay. Where does your team comp outperform their team comp?
Our team comp outperforms their team comp first in the Bart ultimate because it's a really nice catch potential. And if we catch them with the Bart ultimate, I can ult with Veigar stun. And Veigar's W and Q can one shot or like their their carries, and his ult can one shot like it's 100% at least 2 kills, and the CC is just too much. Oh, and maybe Garen, if he like presses R, he can do something.
Okay. So that is the win comp or win condition that I recognize as well. So we're on a similar page. Now, step three, create a plan to execute that win condition. So, if you look at your laners at a base level, where is your strongest lane?
Bot lane.
Okay. It is not Garen. This matchup doesn't matter. That's a dead lane. It is not you getting ahead in jungle. That's a dead matchup. I'm going to clear the screen. Okay, that's a dead matchup. That's a dead matchup. That's a dead matchup. That's a dead matchup. You have two options. You have your mid lane and your bottom lane. Those are your win conditions. That is what you need to get ahead. So, if you are not playing on the bottom half of the map for the majority of the game, like 80% of the game, you are trolling. And you do not want to win this game. Does that make sense?
A lot. And that's true.
Okay. Now, if we take this into account with the win condition that we identified of create picks and burst, that's essentially the win condition. Why would you ever be on the top side?
Well, pretty much early game because I know that our top lane is kind of brain dead in every way. He can only play mid lane, and he'll probably try to like fight with Mundo, and I can objectify on that and get the first blood goals and get him a bit ahead. Maybe he'll do something. But after that, because I know it's a Lucian and Bart, and they pretty much usually hard push it to tower, and I would want to like early game be top like for like 1-2 minutes to see what happens. Then I'll write to our bot lane like, okay guys, let them push. I'm on my way.
Awesome. So you identified the core reason why you would be top in this other 20%. The reason that you identified, for anybody that didn't realize, is to counter gank, to ward, and to generally assist when he is in danger. Not to get him ahead, but to stop the bleeding, per se.
Yeah.
Okay, so now with all this in mind, what is their win condition? We already discussed it, so I'm just going to say it myself. It's to get to 25 minutes with these two carries.
Yes.
We could track out their plan and see what they're going to do. but that's on a situational basis, and I think you can do that on your own, right? So I don't think we
Yes.
need to say that. But with this now, your plan starts in that 60 seconds before the game starts. So you have two options. You can start bottom, go top, and assist top lane around level 3. If you look at it, does Nunu Mundo have a chance to kill Garen? Yes, because he's Garen and he's useless. And he has to be really close ranged. So you could do this to support him.
Yes.
You could also, conversely, start topside and work towards the bottom side to protect him and get them ahead. Which one do you think has more value to you in this game?
The second one.
The second one. Do you do that?
Well, this game, no.
Okay. So the question now is, do you understand why that would be better?
Yes.
Okay. So see
I would
right...
be setting back there 25 minutes, maybe make it into 28 minutes. Like I'll give my team a bigger chance, like more time to do better. Like if
Yes,
I set them far enough behind, I can do it.
exactly. So the majority of your game should be on this side. Based on your responses, I have a feeling that it isn't. So right now, even
I'm
though...
afraid.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm afraid that I ganked top only once, and after that I think I played only around bot lane. Like I don't even think I ganked him. Like I think 2-3 maximum ganks when it was like I can't gank bot, I can't go mid, and I see him on top like a free kill. Like, but I think my first gank was a fail because he just underestimated everything, didn't want to listen to me. And then on, I think I went bot a lot, mid lane inted, like he just died to early game Cassiopeia. That's it, and I just like ganked a lot of bot lane.
Okay. So if we go back to the earlier point that I made, it might not work this game. This might be one of those games that you are literally going to lose because you queued up. But you can't let that discourage you, because if you do this preparation work in that 60 seconds, every single game, and correctly identify your win conditions, and you make a plan to work towards those win conditions, you will win more games. Right? Because not every game your mid laner is going to int. Not every game your top laner is going to flame you. Some games, yes. But if you are consistent across it on a longer scale, 20 games, 30 games, 40 games, you will see improvement and you will win more games because you are doing something that your enemy is not doing. I guarantee for a fact, half of the players, at least in this game, are not doing this same thing.
80%.
Okay, let's go 80%. I guarantee it, right? It's not happening. So you have an advantage on them.
Yes, true.
Okay. So, can you see how I started this conversation with you need to distance yourself from the game, look at numbers, and see across it mentality saying, you know, that was one of the games I was going to lose. Not that there wasn't things that I could have done better in that game, but that was one of the games that I was going to lose. Is really, really, really important. Because if instead you said, wow, I carried so hard, I was working, I did my job, whatever. If you say that second logic, you become very frustrated at the game, and then it's just a cycle of down, 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 down. Because then you're angry, and then you perform worse because you're angry. Whereas the way that I just laid it out, it was, you know, that really sucks. But I was going to lose that game anyway. Can you see the large difference in mentality there?
I'm already getting reformed.
It's crazy, right? Just how much
Yeah.
a small discussion can have. So for perspective, for viewers, we were on chat for like 20 minutes before this, and we just had not serious discussion, but just casual. And this is the kind of mentality that the players that don't tilt have. Okay, so one of my accounts is in Diamond 3 in NA. I literally do not care if I win a single game on the account, because I only play on it to practice the game. I try hard for like 5 games on my higher ranked accounts, and I go really hard. I do all this stuff that I just said, and I play best of threes, and I try really hard to win. And then I spend the other time on my D3 account just having fun with the game. Not being serious, but maybe I'll try first time Nunu jungle because I want to learn about Nunu jungle. And it
I
literally
actually,
does not matter to me if I win a single game that day on that account because that's
I
not my
actually,
climbing account.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, I actually think that's kind of the wrong mentality for me. Like, instead of me having fun in the game, like I have time for it with friends, maximum like once a month. That's it. Like for me, fun is winning, outplaying. Even if I lose, if I know that I played it at the most perfect, and I see that everyone is noticing it, I think I that's a win for me. Like I don't see a point in me going in another account playing junglers. For me, the best choice is if you're a good player, you pick the jungler and you know what to do. You just need to know what to do with the stats, what to level. That's it. I have never played Nunu before in the jungle, and I don't really like love Elise. I don't know why, but I don't feel her in this meta. But I just started playing them. It worked out because I knew what to do and I never even practiced them. Even in Smurfs, like one of my accounts in East, I just play lanes and I try to understand lanes. I have been playing top lane Jax a lot. I'm trying to understand every matchup, every weakness, and uh, how can I use that weakness for me, for a jungler, to make it better.
So, I should clarify what I said. It's not about having fun. It's about learning that I do that on my second or third or sixth account or whatever number that is. The point is that let's say Nunu jungle. Let's say I don't understand Nunu's damage. I need to learn his damage properly. That's something valuable that you can learn from that and then apply it. So it's not that I'm sitting there, having fun, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna play APZ today. I'm not doing that. What I'm doing is picking something that I don't pick and learning roam timers for them. I'm learning whatever I need to learn to then incorporate it into my gameplay. And that's different than having fun per se, right? Because it's still part of my duties, part of my task of being a good player, but it's not taxing on me mentally because I'm able to sit there and practice something in an elo that is at least relevant, not good, but relevant, and I'm able to say, this is what I did wrong. But guess what? It literally doesn't matter because I'm not on my climbing account. That loss, the fact that I lost that game, has no bearing on me because I have an account that's already higher elo because I try really hard on that account every single game. I only pick 4 champions. I do all the standard stuff for climbing. And then I do all my learning somewhere else. I'm not saying that system is going to work for everyone, but it's an interesting way to look at it because now, instead of you spending your time playing Maokai for the first time in a game and then getting tilted when you lose, instead you're honing your skills, playing with better players on the champions that you're already really good at. And then when you get into a lower elo later in the day, because you're getting tired, because of mental fatigue, because you've played 6 games and you lost 4, then it's just not relaxing, but it's like I'm able to learn without getting graded. Imagine how your school projects would have been if you weren't graded on them.
If I weren't, oh,
You see how it's different?
yes.
It's a really interesting way to look at it because, like I said, I do all my climbing on a different account. Like I said, I try super hard. I'm only playing a few champions. I'm doing all this active stuff. Every single game, I'm looking at our win conditions. I'm looking at the jungle tracking. I'm looking at where I'm warding, why I'm warding, when am I roaming, all this kind of stuff, right? And then later in the day, I say, what is my weakest aspect right now? Maybe it's I need this champion in my champion pool. So I'm literally only going to play this champion for 10 games in a row because I need to learn this champion. Maybe it's I need to learn better using Ghost to roam. So I will emphasize in that game, I am going to use Ghost to roam. I give myself an objective goal for the game and execute it, or fail to execute it, and say, why was I not able to execute it? How can I do that better in the future? But me losing, because I didn't do my job, doesn't hurt me mentally because it's not my main account. It doesn't matter if I lose. It's a Smurf account. It's literally only to get better at the game to then apply it later into future games on my main account. So see the difference there between what I had lined earlier and then how I further explained it?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. So again, I'm not saying you need to do something like that, but you can consider your main account just like that, okay? Just because you lose a game doesn't mean that you didn't have an objective goal in the game to learn. Cool. So, did all that identifying your win condition and then playing to it kind of make sense at a base level? Because obviously we haven't even gotten into a specific example of it.
Yes.
Okay. So we'll go ahead and finally start this replay after 46 minutes of mentality talk. Okay. So, we talked at where you should have started, most likely. You're on the top side now. Do you start? Okay, you start your saplings when you can. Okay. What is your idea right now?
To get my red buff so I can actually counterplay it, because I know that my laners are actually responding to it, but I think it's kind of bad for them because they're all losing XP because of it. So I'm thinking about, okay, maybe if I'm constantly watching and trying to see if someone bursts a summoner so I can actually camp him. I
Okay.
noticed that Casio lost everything, but I noticed as well that Bart lost everything in that fight. I'm trying to find something so I can find their weakness at the moment so I can prioritize on it.
So right now, as you mentioned earlier, your dynamic win condition is now switched, especially harder on Cassiopeia. So you should still be playing on this side of the map, but you should be putting extra focus here because you're able to get damage. Do you do that this game? I think you said you did, right?
Um, uh, I don't think so.
Okay, but now you would see why you should do that, right? Because
Yes.
Cassiopeia has no flash, no cleanse.
Yes.
Okay, so even though your top laner inted and your mid laner flamed you or whatever happened, you see right now here is an objective thing that you could have done better.
Yes.
That's really important to avoid tilting. Because right here, the fact that you're not ganking this lane immediately after this red buff, she has no summoners, means you did not play to your win condition, and that means you are just as bad as inting, right? See that comparison?
Yeah, but how am I supposed to gank this without my W?
Okay,
Like,
so then let's say you go
possible.
clear scuttle and then go mid.
It's still level 2.
Okay, then let's say we clear his raptors if he doesn't leave here immediately, or you go here and then go mid.
Okay.
Or
But I
you
don't
path
really
toward the bot
risk
side.
it. I
Like you go
don't
like
really
this. Go ahead.
I don't really risk it usually on race because it's a Cassiopeia. If she gets on me, I'm dead. If a Nunu presses 1E on me, I'm dead. Like, it's too much movement speed.
Okay, so let's say instead of being greedy in his jungle, we go base, we come back here on our raptors, and then gank mid.
Okay, that's a better way actually.
Do you do this instead?
No.
Okay. Right, so again, the specific wasn't the important part. The important part is the idea. Because the fact that you do not do this says you do not understand your win condition in this game. We talked about it, so you should be able to identify them in the future. But in this game, you did not play to your win condition, which means, as I mentioned earlier, you played just as badly as the Garen top inting. because
Okay.
there's something you can improve on, right?
Yes.
So if you spend your time flaming Garen, that means you are not spending your time looking at this giant error that you make.
True.
So spend more time on this big yellow error instead of this nobody that doesn't matter. Because
Exactly.
if you spend your time fixing your giant error right here, over the course of many games, you will win more games because you are consistently making the right choice instead of bantering with somebody that probably isn't thinking about the game like this. They're literally not worth your time. So, go ahead through and see what you do. This will probably be sped up a lot because a lot of it is
Yeah.
talks like that where the stuff that matters isn't you clearing the jungle camp. Okay. So you clear Scuttle.
Yeah, I wanted the vision actually.
Okay, that's fine. And you clear top side. So, what you say by doing this is you are happy with Nunu out farming you. Because you know that he could have been stealing your bottom jungle and then
Yes, I'm
going
okay with.
here and then going here. So you are okay with that, right?
Well, I kinda hate it, but it's better for me to be there for my team and getting the XP from the lanes, and I can just like if I out jungle him like gank better, it overall counts better.
Yes, I agree. I'm just asking because it's really important that you recognize what your decision just was. So by
Yeah,
you
because
go... Okay, good.
yeah, I saw that mid lane is pushing. I don't think that he's going to gank bot lane with a Karma versus a Bard that can just like run away with his portal. And we have a dash, flash, Lucian, like it's almost impossible to kill him. I don't think he'll be ganking bot side. So I just like I was thinking about okay, so I should get this small amount of vision there, ward his red buff, get my level 3 and try to see something around mid top, like if I can help them in any way.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so like I said, the decision that you made is fine. I was just asking that you understood the decision that you made. Because as long as you play towards your decision, that's fine. But let's say you do this and then you go here and try to clear this and this. Those might already be gone.
Yeah,
And that's
that was what
fine.
I was thinking.
You just need to be prepared for it and have a plan accordingly. So what is your next plan after you clear this topside?
I was actually thinking about like I was writing to my top runner at this precise moment. Wait me, just need level 3 and I'm there. That was my plan. I see like Mundo is low. I have flash. Like he's dead, 100% dead if he waits for me to get level 3.
Okay, cool. So you have a plan and you're okay with what you sacrifice. That is fine. Your idea is good. So let's see how it plays out. The important part is all that I just said before the fact that we watched this play. Because you did the proper planning and you said this is what I'm going to sacrifice and this is what I'm going to do. Unfortunately, your top laner takes a fight and loses. Again, this sucks, right? It's like, well, now all that work that I just did doesn't matter. But again, if you do this throughout the course of 40 games, it will turn out more positive than negative. So this might be one of those games where if you take a case at if we look at your pathing, right? Let's say again, 40% of the time your pathing will be good just because. 40% of the time your pathing will be bad just because. 20% of the time you decide the pathing. This is one of those cases where you decide the pathing, but it falls into this case right here where your team didn't help you. Does that kind of make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so that's how you need to look at this play because he dies and now your plan is kind of ruined. Okay, where do you go now? So now
Okay,
you
so
adjust and we go back top. Okay. So, At this point, you see that your mid laners dies and you're on top side. Do you know, excuse me, that Nunu is here?
Actually, I do. I realized that he's at golems because either he packed and bought almost nothing, or he's on his golems. Like I think I checked him. I didn't think he would do dragon at this moment because it's what was it like? I
Air
can't
Drake.
see what
It's an Air
air
Drake.
Drake. Yes, and it deals the most damage out of all of it. So he can't do anything about it. He can't solo it at this point of the game. And I said like, okay, he can come, but I think like he's low HP enough for me to kill him without a problem.
Okay, cool. So you understood what Nunu could have done and where he would be. So, you seem to have your jungle knowledge on you, so that is good. So it probably relies on you losing games on your decision making and how you use that knowledge. Because everything you said so far has been intelligible, it's made sense, logically you understand what's going on. And this is where the execution and developing that strategy to figure out what you need to do comes in. So, go top, what happens? Okay, we get the kill.
I
Right
tap.
now, whatever, that's fine. You sacrifice for your team for it, so you taxing a little bit it's fine. He's not your win condition anyway. So if you have the gold over him, it's probably not the worst thing. Okay. You go bottom side.
I actually because of Skype, like your picture is right there, and I don't see what's happening on both sides.
Okay, yeah, I know. It's unfortunate. Skype is a little silly, but right now you went to bot side. Nunu is on bot side. Did you know that Nunu would be bot side after recalling?
Yes, because his topside jungle is cleared. He has nothing to do there.
Okay, cool.
I
So you understand
I
that.
don't think
Do you guys win
I
this
think
2v2?
of course we win it because their cast is low mana, low HP. I have my flash, and I think I kind of fail here.
Okay, yeah. So I was really zoomed out for it, and I can tell you failed. But this is, again, one of those mistakes, right? You did really good with your pathing, and you understood what you're doing, but here is an error that you make that you can work to improve on.
Yeah.
So maybe
He
that's
got
just
the
range.
Storm Rider Surge, like Storm Rider Surge. I didn't think he'll get it. I think it was already proc because of the long fight.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't think he had it at the moment because it's a long cooldown like mastery. And I thought that I can literally catch him, but it's just like I don't fail. We get the kill, but unlucky.
Okay, yeah.
I just say like go. He's gonna lose XP and minions for this.
But that was something that you could have identified better, right? You could have said, oh, is a Storm Raider going to be up?
Yeah, that's true. I could have clicked on him and see that it's already like it's
Yes,
not proc.
exactly. So that's the key point right there. You could have done that better. Even though it was kind of unlucky, even though it turned out okay, you could have done it better. And that is where the players that want to improve. Because they say, right there, I could have done better. Instead of, oh, it turned out fine.
I actually
Okay.
here knew that he was in my jungle, so I was thinking on prioritizing the fact that they have no vision of me. Like they think they're safe at the moment because it's Nunu there. He's in my jungle and not doing anything about it.
Okay. I really like this. I like it a lot. The only thing is, this can turn out very bad for a few reasons. So, you don't know that this is warded. You do know that Nunu went into your jungle. What if Nunu dropped a ward here instead of here?
I don't think this is the level at where they actually think about this. So I was pretty sure he didn't do it. Like I expect this if it was like the high elo games like challengers, top 100 players. Like I understand if that happened. Like if I was like versus challenger players who I know that are one of the best, I would have predicted that they would predict that I would go bot lane because there's almost nothing I can do and I should be playing around my strong side. But these are randoms, just like me, no names at the moment. Like I don't think they're smart enough to predict this.
Well, let's say he just does it on random chance.
I get screwed. I
You
do
get
golems.
screwed. So that is the key point there. If he does this at random chance, this is risk assessment. If he places the ward by going like this, which honestly isn't even that random because he doesn't need this ward if he's thinking about it because he's here and you're walking back. He doesn't really need that ward. So if he just places a ward here, your entire plan is foiled because Nunu comes, counter ganks this, and it's a 3v2 for them.
Yeah.
Now, let's say he doesn't ward this, and instead Nunu clears your raptors and then starts walking this way. The second you show here, like you do, he's going to start walking down. So if this fight extends at all, you are going to lose in the long run.
Yes.
So you need to be very confident in your play to do this play. So, I love the play. It would be great, perfect if Bard is here. Bard isn't here, unfortunately. Now, with that in mind, do you think that you can still make this play?
Yes, because I'm full HP. Maokai has tons of damage in the beginning. And not only that, but I have Movibus. They can't escape from me. It's
Okay.
either they die or like they make the faker play. Like I don't think they can make it.
Okay. Yeah, so that's fine
I
then.
w-
So just you have to be wary that Nunu will come down here to counter you guys
yes.
once you show. So not that your play is bad. Again, I love the play. I'm just saying you need to be able to risk assess it and say, at this point of the game, if this play goes bad, do we lose the game? Because to me, if this play does not work, you lose the game.
For me, it's not like that. For me, if this play doesn't work out, like I have to make up for it and make an even bigger play so it can make up and we can win the game.
These are the three
Like
options, right? You can go good, it can go neutral, or it can go really bad.
yes,
If this happens, your game is over because that 25-minute clock goes down to 20 minutes after Cassiopeia just got a solo kill in the game. These are example numbers, so really this is more towards like 23 minutes, right? But see how this time frame is quickly closing
yes.
because it's already 6 minutes, and you guys are actually down in gold. And you won't know the exact value. In fact, I would say that you're about equal right now if I'm in this game. But you see how if this play goes bad, you actually just lose the game. If you lose this play. Like
I
Kog'Maw
usually
gets a double kill.
risk it or lose it. Like it's almost impossible. Like mid is losing, top is losing. Either I make this play or we're losing. Like
Okay, yeah.
for me, it isn't neutral. It's just like plus or minus. It's either we're going to lose 100%, or I'll give my team that 5% chance to win.
Okay. So I love the play, as I said again. Like, this is a great play. So seriously, props on you because most people would not do this. I'm just throwing out the counter arguments that people would make to this
Yes,
play
yes,
and stuff like
that's
that.
true.
Because just because in this case this is the best play doesn't mean that there isn't plus minus neutral in other games. So again, separate yourself from this exact game and start thinking about this and how you can apply it to future games. Because this is a risky play in some games, not this game, but in some games. Well, it is a risky play in this game because if you lose, but you guys are already losing anyway and your clock's already short, so you need to make this play. But the point of the matter is, in some games, if you make this play, you actually lose the game for your team if you lose. So if we risk assess it and say there's a 20% chance we lose like this, there's a 60% chance it's neutral, and there's a 20% chance that it goes positive for us. Do you think this is a worthwhile play to make?
For
Provided
me,
the game is an exact same win comp.
oh no. I'm gonna wait part. If this is like 50, like the percentage, say I'm gonna wait part and abuse his tunnel because he can just tunnel from this big wall like closest to the lane. He's gonna just tunnel from it, and they have like what is this? 3 range minions, 1 siege minion, and 1 unranged minion. I think Bard be close until then, or maybe I can just wait. It's okay. Or maybe like because some of players just go back in the second bush. I'll just wait. Like it's easily predictable if they're gonna back there or they're going to tower straight. It's just like I can see it in their movement. If it was like even, I would just like wait, just wait and stow it a bit. Like if they push it, okay. Like they push it, and I wait a bit to give Bart time enough to come. Like Lucian will be able to push the wave then, and we can prioritize on the fact that maybe Kog'Maw backed first or Karma backed first, and he has to waste everything and die, or like makes a play.
Okay. Sorry about that scream. I muted on OBS. I didn't mute on Discord. I forgot completely. But yeah, what you said again makes sense. So these are just skills that I'm trying to give to you because
Yes.
have you ever risk assessed situations like actually actively doing it instead of just passively?
What do you mean like actively?
Like I think this play will work because this reason, and if it doesn't work, we lose the game. That type of stuff.
I don't actually understood the question here. I don't know why, but
Okay.
actively, passively, like
So
what?
so
Like,
you can autopilot games, right? Like you can just play through
oh yeah,
games.
yeah. And, like, just
So
play it and not think about it.
yeah. Have
Uh,
you in your head thought about risk assessment and said, "This is what I. If this play goes bad, we lose the game. If this play goes good, it extends our clock. If the game goes neutral, it doesn't matter."
actually, each and every game.
Okay, cool. So again, I'm not saying you're not doing these things. I'm just trying to reinforce the skills and bring them up so that you can apply it to future if you're not doing them already. Because some of the stuff you haven't done. So I don't know what you do, what you don't do. So I'm just trying to gauge
Yes.
things really. Okay. So the play goes out. What happens? We kill Kog'Maw. Lucian doesn't die there, does he? No, he doesn't. Okay.
I decided like it's better to farm corners now. Like I'm already here. Like what do I buy actually? Can you tap so I can see it?
You buy
Yeah,
a
yeah.
bombies.
It's on fire. I rushed the Moby boots and I bought like it was some vision and the health sustain.
Okay, I think your buy is fine. I don't know about the rejuve crystal. What does that build into that you need?
What?
What does the health regen crystal build into?
Well, nothing. It just stays there, so I don't use pots.
Okay.
So it's
Is
just
that
like
a strategy?
inside.
I don't know that one.
Well, wait. You mean that the thing that regenerates my health or the potion?
The regen item.
Well, that builds into quarry.
Okay.
It's like I bet I have 150 gold. I better take it and like get that extra 5 HP again. Like it's like in some games it will be that 1% difference that
Yeah.
wins us the game.
Okay, just checking because to be completely fair, I do not play tanks, so I don't know those small strategies like
Uh,
that where it's like build that
they
rejuve bead.
they forced me into playing them. They're bad people.
No, if you want to play on a team, you have to play tanks. That is part of the role. Like I play Galio mid and stuff. You know, like okay. So
Here I do blue buff and like Veigar was like, dude, can I take it? And I was just like, no, you can't. Like there is a 80% chance he's gonna int again on mid. Like, and I'm trying to like see what's the damage on my jungle. And at the moment I see like mid lane, I know that she has flash, so she's almost ungankable for me. So I was thinking about like let me get 6 and abuse Kog'Maw and Karma. I know that Karma has no flash because they told me. I was just like, okay, let's try to abuse a bit more bot lane, like get my jungle back together and abuse bot lane.
okay, so I agree with you taking blue because your mid laner, him having blue is very nice. I'm not going to lie. It's very, very, very nice. But mid lane is not your win condition right now because Cassiopeia has flash. Your win condition is go to this extended lane, as you just said, and try to abuse them because you have the pick potential of Bard. Cass, I don't know if you know her cleanse cooldown, but she has cleanse soon, if not now. And like you said, she has flash, so she's very hard to gank between you two because you guys have like burst, but like not if she's able to move.
Oh
But
yeah,
oh, good.
If he doesn't hit his E, misses his Q, we can't kill her. She will double kill us without a
Mm-hmm.
problem.
So that's
Like
that
at
risk
the
assessment
moment,
thing.
yeah. Like I'm the squishy bitch now. Like I rushed uh, Moby boots. Like if she gets to me, she kills me without the problem. If we miss one spell, like I get it. If he hits his combo, GG, we win. But if he misses it, I'm fucked. It's a double kill for her, and I know that Nunu is a top side
Mm-hmm. Okay.
because
So good. You just did everything right there. That was all that risk assessment stuff that I just asked you about. And you correctly identified what your next winning play is. I imagine you do blue into red into bottom, right?
I think I actually did the wolf here
Okay.
because I was I hate being counter jungle. Like I don't like. Oh my god, I'm a genius
Okay,
prodigy.
so you did the right thing. Cool.
Yeah.
Do you see why it's better than doing wolves? Because
Yes,
you are
that's
not the win
true.
condition. Okay, cool. So, then you go around, which is fine. The only thing is you open yourself up to being spotted a little more, potentially,
Yeah, yes,
because
actually, it doesn't see me. That ward doesn't see me. It's still that on mid lane. I still think it's in fog of war, and they didn't notice me.
okay, just in the future, this might spot you, one of these wards. So this is a risk that you're taking. You're trying to get a better gank angle, but you have the chance of being spotted here. So just something
Oh,
to keep in mind.
I think this gank fails miserably. By the way, or
Okay.
not? I don't remember which game it was. Like I think it's just. Oh yeah, yeah, they know.
How do they know?
I don't know. Maybe the playstyle of my players because usually they never go aggro. And now that I see that they're going aggro, I just come and. Oh, actually, I think it worked out. Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's a different game then.
So it works out.
Yes.
Now, what is your new plan?
My new plan is I still have ultimate. I'm gonna like save my jungle. I look at mid and I think it's kind of a good way for my laner. Let it push. I didn't know if she had flash because our mid laner started like pinging and flaming everything that's alive. So I had to mute him in every way.
Okay.
I don't know why he was
That's fine.
flaming me.
The
And
only
I
thing
was
is, I would ask him, does she have flash before you mute him?
actually asked Bart to tell me if like Veigar
Okay.
said anything that made sense. Like I told him, sorry, I don't speak ape. Can you translate for me because I blocked him? Like, and he was just like, oh, he refuses to give info.
Okay. So that's unlucky. That sucks. But you just have to play through it. So, your plan again should be between bottom and mid. So you should
Yes.
path accordingly. What you can do now is you have free time on the map. You can probably go here into wolves, into gromp, into recall, into
Into
bottom.
bot, yes.
Or from this point you can split off in mid if it's free.
Or maybe if I'm on top side, then I can see that we can kill Mundo. I can do it, but that's in a different game. Like that's another option, but
Yeah.
in a different game.
But this is your win condition right now, so this is what you should be
Yes.
looking at. So we'll see if you do that. We'll see where you go. You do need to get the farm a little bit to get tanky or clear jungle
Yes.
so Nunu can't counter jungle it, but
Holy, did just Bart walk by a pink ward? Holy.
unlucky.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so you do that clear, you recall. Where do you go?
Oh,
Okay, you're on the right path. Okay. Do you know that Nunu is here?
yes, because it's worth it. Like
Okay. So right
seriously, I
now,
want.
do you guys win this 3v3?
Yes, a
Yes.
hundred
Okay.
percent. Like we're leading on bot lane. We lead with one level. Not only that, but it's an early game, a lot of damage champions,
Yep.
and like in every way, I stop his ultimate. Like there's no way.
Okay. So you should be like you should be ready for this. You should be like, "Yes,
Yeah,
yes." Okay.
yeah. That's
So,
also like I was like, come bitch. Like I was taunting him. Like I was just like, do it, do the wrong step, give me a free win.
okay. So,
But this is one thing I didn't like this word right here, like the normal ward, it didn't get affected by the pink ward, and I was thinking, so they
This?
don't no the right one, it didn't get
Oh.
affected by the pink ward. And I was just like, okay, so maybe they have a normal ward there. That's good. I was just like, okay, that's interesting. Maybe they even have not warded it, but that was
Yeah,
affecting
that
me really bad.
this is really weird that that doesn't catch that,
Yeah,
but that's the range is like this, so it makes sense. It's a little
yeah.
bit longer than that, like that, but it's just out of vision range, and that's kind of unfortunate, kind of really good.
But
Um,
here I was screaming at my support, just ult them, like just do it. Like I was just like, and he was just like ult first, and I was just like, okay, I did it. And I think it just tips, like yes.
okay, so
I cried a bit.
do you use range indicators?
Yes. I actually thought until then he will actually ult the flashless karma, but he refused.
Yeah. So it's unfortunate that he didn't play this properly because he should be ulting here,
Yes. So
and
he
then you
can
guys
zone
win.
them behind.
Yes. Yes. So he doesn't play this properly, but you don't play it properly either.
That's true.
If you walk here and then ult, you cover this entire range. So you gotta account for things, right? Like let's say there's a 20% Bard is a monkey. There's a, or no, let's move this chance up. There's an 80% chance Bard is a monkey, and there's a 20% chance that Bard has a brain. You can play to this one where he's a monkey, or you can play to this one where he has a brain. Which one do you play towards? It's a trick question. You play towards both. You play towards 100% of the chances, and you guarantee that you hit all of them by you making the play by walking here.
Yes.
So you see how that's different, where you can either one, rely that he has a brain, you can two, say that he doesn't have a brain, or you can say it doesn't matter if he has a brain or if he doesn't have a brain, I'm going to make the play myself.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So that's what you should be aiming to do. So it's unlucky, but at the same time, you could have done better. So, now you get counter ganked, it looks like. Maybe? No?
Yeah, there's even my pink ward.
Okay. So, now, what should your next plan be, do you think?
Oh. I actually from this point on just said you guys deserve to lose. Like let me out. From this
Okay.
point on I was just like how? Like how is this even possible? Like I was getting flamed from mid and top for being a monkey. I was just like, okay then you should lose.
Okay, so, first off, a player that knows more than these players is telling you you weren't a monkey. So,
You weren't what? You weren't what? You left?
you were not a monkey. Okay. Now, if you give up mid-game, how are you going to win games?
Picks. Only by picks. The only
No,
way
but
to win.
but you gave up. You're saying you guys deserve to lose. I'm not going to play as good as I normally would.
No. I usually do use this tactic. Like in every team, there are 5 types of player. Like maybe there are two of one kind, but usually there is a flamer, a guy that doesn't speak, a guy that overly speaks, and a guy that's normal. And I usually decide, okay, if they're going to flame, like every player wants to win. Like this is human nature. I
Mm-hmm.
said I usually make this tactic. I say that I'm gonna throw, but I still play at my best, trying to win. Like so they can see, oh, he's gonna throw. Then I should stop trolling. Then like he's stopping to try hard. Then I should start to try hard. And I have won a lot of games that way because they think, oh, he's going to throw. Let's stop a bit. But these guys were the special 1% that deserve permabans.
So that's
IP.
giga toxic.
Yeah.
Instead of you doing that, literally just mute them and play your game. They like, okay. The strategy that I use in games is I don't mute anyone until they give me a reason to mute them.
Oh.
Okay, so I play the game out. I see what's going on. The second somebody makes a monkey play, I'm like, okay, they don't matter to me anymore. They suck. Like, I'm it's
What
whatever.
should I do here? Everyone sucks. I've never seen four guys not make one play until minute 11. Like, seriously, like, in every game I have seen, it's like Ardent, and okay, they can flame, but please they try. But these guys are clearly special. I even tell them what to do and they refuse. I have never seen players like this. Like, that's why I was starting to get angry. I even shouted, like I hit my arm on the desk really hard to make my mouse like jump a bit.
Okay,
I
so
was just like, yes, go on. Ask
if
me.
I can, no, all good. If I continue with what I was saying, um, this okay. So let's say we're making a play, and I know something is objectively better, and they're like, "No, you're an idiot." Blah blah blah. Look at that, immediate mute. Because guess what? It doesn't matter because I know that what I was doing was better, and if I do that in more games, we'll win. Now, if they flame me and they're correct, I have two options. I can flame, I could listen, or I can mute it. I listen, I see what they have to say, I extract the essence out of it, so you sucked, you did this mistake, and then I mute them after that because the flame, like, it's not going to help me win the game.
I actually do that. Like, I say that in every flame there is actually some truth. But
Mm-hmm.
there is a problem with me. I don't actually mute players after they start trash talking me. I just start like getting back at them, snapping back better. I don't know why. I think it's my Nordic like self, like habits.
Okay,
Because
so
in
do
Nordic,
you want to win games?
yes.
Okay, so now I'm going to ask you a serious question. If you want to win games, would you pick something like Brand Jungle?
Well, if it's meta,
It's not meta.
okay. If I'm confident in myself, yes. Like, it's a CC ranged auto attack jungle. Like, if I play, I don't know versus what I handless champion, but if I'm sure like I can do it, like if I'm good at Brand and I know that I can carry the game with Brand, yes. I have played Soraka jungle and it worked out for
Okay,
5 games.
if you want to win the game, why would you pick something that is objectively worse or harder to perform on than other things?
I don't know, my sixth sense
You
screams to
have
me
a
like,
statistically higher chance of winning games if you do not pick things like Brand Jungle, right?
yes.
Okay, you identified that your goal was to win more games because that's what you find fun.
Yes.
So, if you want to win games, why would you do something that is statistically less likely for you to win, i.e., flaming your teammates? Because if you spend your time flaming them, you're not playing, you're not thinking about what you need to do. Instead, you're saying, wow, you're boosted trash.
No, I
Statistically
usually,
speaking, why would you do that?
I don't know.
So you can see, right? It doesn't make sense for you to do it if your goal is to win games.
It actually makes sense. Everyone from Nordic and East does it. Like, I never thought that there was a difference between Nordic and East and West. Like, I even played versus Yankus in East, and when he was on H2K, I think I out jungled him 3 times, and I was just like, oh, the servers are even then. And then I came here, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on?
But you see the point that I'm trying to make, right? If
Yes.
you want to win games, you should give yourself the statistically highest chance to win games. Flaming your team will not make them play better, and flaming your team will give you a lower chance of winning the game. So why would you do it? So it's not
There is
easy
no
to look at it.
reason.
It's not easy to look at it this way. But if your goal is to win more games, you need to suck it up, figure out a way to deal with the anger, that isn't flaming them. Because you flaming them will not hit your goal of winning more games.
True.
Okay. So, we'll go ahead and continue.
I actually, from here on, I don't know what I did. Like, I found goals and I was just thinking, what should I do? What should I do? I don't remember, like, oh my. Oh, I actually here was just like, oh my god, we got a solo kill.
Okay.
But there's no way for me to defend this turret. I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna leave it because if I go there, I'm dead.
You die, so you can't go mid.
Yeah, it's a tank and a fat bitch. Wait, I missed the one. No, don't look at me.
Wait, what?
I missed the pink one. I mean, like, I was scared of
Oh, yeah, whatever.
Oh wait, do I end here? Do I fail miserably? Oh yes, yes, I was.
Wait, you're inting. What are you doing? Okay, so.
I was actually, actually getting mad for being flamed that I was doing nothing in the game. I looked at top lane and wrote him, you should live a long life and be happy.
So, you see right here, this is an issue. Right? This is everything that I just talked about. If you do this, how do you expect to win games? Or rather, why do you deserve to win games? You literally just inted. Like, literally inted.
Well, I did say no one deserves to win. So, it's kinda like, I already said we'll have to lose. Yeah,
Okay,
I did,
but
I'm
if you
joking
if you
about
look
it,
at your
but
games, remember how you won 3, lost 8, and that's 11, and then you won 5, lost 3, and that's 8.
Yes.
You see how you don't deserve to win one of these games.
Yes.
Okay, like one of these 8 games, it is your fault. At least one.
Okay, not this one.
No, this game's your fault.
No, it's not.
What do you what? You just inted.
I refuse to admit it, but it's not my fault.
You literally just inted, okay? Before earlier, all these mistakes that I pointed out with you pathing not to how you should win, and then like this mistake here, you not lining your ult up here, or let's say what else was there? Oh yeah, this flash here. Look at this. You're
It
inting.
resulted in a kill. It resulted in a kill.
But the point is, you could have done it better. And you see your macro, your micro have all been deciding factors in this game.
Maybe I have a small part of it, like in losing this game, but
So it is your fault for losing the game. No. You see, so you can't offload the blame. You have to suck it up and say, "You're right.
yes, I suck.
It is my fault for losing this game."
Yes.
So when your teammates ask you, "Why'd you lose this game?" you can't say, "Oh, my Vigar inted. Oh, my Garen inted." You should say, "It's my fault because I didn't make proper use of my tools."
Yes,
Right?
I suck at the game, and that's why I'm hard stuck in Diamond 1 and skipping to Master the mode into Diamond 2.
Okay. So we've actually made a lot of progress in this VOD review. Like, no troll, as long as you're taking this stuff to heart. So we'll go ahead and continue. But do you get the points that I'm making with this? That's like seriously the most important part, because you can.
Yes, of course I get them. Like, I'm joking about it.
Yeah, I mean I figured, but like it's just good to clarify.
I'm not that retarded. Like, I get
it's just
Actually, here is the moment I lost hope about the game because I
Okay.
was just like, even I started thinking. I was just like, holy, I started doing bad now. Like, what has happened to me?
Okay, so if we break this down, the first 12 minutes of the game, okay? How much of this game did you play perfectly?
Holy, I think like 1 minute.
Maybe 1 minute. That's what I would say too. So that means for 11 other minutes, you didn't play perfectly. This means, like, you played about 8% of the game perfectly. See how small this number is.
It's even smaller.
I know. This is bad math. I know. It's like 6.8 or some crap, right? But like I'm being generous here.
Yes, you are.
8%. You played perfectly. That
Yes.
means 92% of you can get better. Or 92% of the things you did this game could get better.
I want to say something now. I have
Yeah, go ahead.
never ever in my life realized how trash I am. Like this statistic here just shows it.
Yeah, so that was the question that I asked earlier, where it was how many games of League of Legends have you played, and how many games of League of Legends have you actually played, where you're thinking actively about every single aspect of the game,
Like
and not
this
inting,
isn't
and
the
not
count.
inting.
Oh, okay. This doesn't count. Like I got destroyed mentally. Like I actually even wrote in game. No one has ever tilted me this much. Like I have never in my life throwed, AFK, or inted. I have no idea why would anyone do it, but like it happens like this sometimes.
Okay. Um, the point of it is just that there's a lot of games that you can play, but not a lot of the games you'll play with a perfect mindset. You'll play with a perfect execution, or rather, not even execution, but thinking about it.
Yes.
So that's just the core point there, and that's how you improve. You say, I got to do better with these things because I suck, right? Because I go through my own VODs, and I look at them and I'm like, holy crap, I suck. What am I doing? I'm inting, not literally. I'm fake inting. I'm why am I warding here? This doesn't make sense. We already have information on the jungler. Whatever. You said you do that, right? You said you go through your
Yeah,
VODs.
like a lot.
Okay. In this VOD, do you do it like we were doing this VOD?
Not in this vote, but usually I just like, holy, that was such a mistake. Why I would like usually when like this happens, like this rarely happens, like it's one in a million to happen like this to Cassiopeia. But if I watched, I'm just like, okay, maybe I should stop flaming 2 3 games.
Okay. So you're on the right track. See the type of VOD review that I'm executing now, though. See how it's different from what you're doing to your own VODs.
Yes.
So, when I first started doing my own VOD reviews, I did the exact same thing that you did. That's completely natural. But your VOD reviews should turn into something like this, where you're introspectively looking at yourself the way that I'm looking at you. And it's hard. It really is hard. But if you practice it, I guarantee you will become a better player. Guaranteed. Like, it is actually impossible for you not to become a better player if you look at things this way and then actively apply them into your games. It's actually impossible because you are looking at the game at a deeper sense than anyone else in your game. And this applies especially to the chat when you're playing in lower elo. If you're playing in silver and you look at your games like I'm looking at your games, I guarantee you will get out of silver. Like, seriously.
That's actually how I got out of bronze 5. Like I started bronze 5 just like, let me just look at this spectate of Dairos. And I started winning.
It is insane how much having a brain can get you in video games.
Well, I'm still stuck here and Faker is the best guy in the world, so
Okay.
some guys are born with it.
Well, I
Others like me
guarantee
have to
Faker looks at the
suffer
game
from it.
like I'm looking at the game, and even more. Way better
No,
than I
I
am.
I think it's all in 0 and 1s. Like a binary coding. He's just like, oh, he will lag here.
Well, exactly. So that was the point, right? Like, he looks at the game like way deeper than even I'm looking at the game right now.
Oh yeah, like this is me being toxic. I was just like, perfect Mundo came here, I can smite you.
Okay. So is the rest of
And
the game like that, where like you're kind of trolling?
no, I actually gave him one blue buff.
Well, I'm just
And
wondering
even
because
here
like, do we need to go through the rest of the game, or should we chat about other stuff?
I think there is some positive things. Like it doesn't end here. We actually start turning it around, and
Okay.
then we throw ourselves over the bot. Like we just like say, take me, take my LP.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. Because, you know, like, if you, the point of that was, like, if you're just going to sit and snipe blue from mid and, like, go int literally and all that, there's no point in looking through it. So that's literally the only reason I asked. Nice. Holy.
Yeah, this guy won mid. Oh yeah.
Okay,
Oh, look,
do you win
look at
this?
this.
Alright, I'm watching.
What? Oh yes, yes. Look at the skill. Oh my. Don't look at the ultimate.
Alright, I'm
It's
looking at
just
the
like,
ult. That was a pretty bad ult.
wait, if they chase, they're dead. It's like 50-50. I think I get Nunu. No, I don't get Nunu.
Do you know how you could have thrown that all better?
Yes, with the ultimate.
You could have ulted, like, this instead of, like, this. Pretty large difference.
Yes.
Okay. So, go ahead and speed through this.
Look at this bitch just stealing my everything. I hate it.
So now you've AFK farmed for 3 minutes.
Wait, no. I got Kog'Maw and failed my ultimate. I was just like, here, okay, we have to get towers. Like,
Okay. What is your win condition right now?
my win condition is like pray to God for a miracle. Like I don't see it. Like if Veigar like makes a perfect EQ, EW, we win, but nothing else. And from this point on, I'm begging that this is like Veigar's little brother playing in his Challenger Smurf with 1000 wins on Veigar comes on the game. Like he went to the toilet.
You
I
have a
don't
win
see it
condition.
happening. Yes, I have a win condition. Let me think about 1 second.
Okay, think
Okay,
about it.
my win condition now is maybe if we team fight, first win condition is Bart ultimates Nunu and Karma, and we just stomp their Kog'Maw, Casio, and Munduat just looks at us dirty. And from then on, they have no carries, no damage, and we win the fight. Second, he makes a perfect ultimate catch on one of their carries, or all of their team, and we stomp them. We go push mid, get inhibitor, get Baron control, get Baron, start split pushing because Mundo doesn't have that good of a wave clear, and Garen can abuse it. Then from then on, our comp is really good at catching, and maybe when they're going to clear waves, we can just like dive 4v2 top lane, 4v3 top lane, kill them. Then on, we can get second inhibitor.
You
From
are
the second
thinking way too far in the future.
Holy, is that true? Like, I'm already thinking about ending the game.
Yeah, you shouldn't
Like,
be thinking about ending the
30
game.
seconds.
You should be thinking about the next 2 minutes.
Oh, 2 minutes?
Yeah. Because you need to
Oh,
focus
there's
on what
nothing
your
I can
immediate
do
win
to
condition is.
Like, in 2 minutes, there's nothing I can do. It's over.
There is. You have a win condition.
Yes, I can press FF and go for the next game faster. But
No,
I
okay,
don't
no.
see it. Veigar is dead.
Okay, so
Basta.
I'm going to blow your mind with this one, right?
Okay, do it.
If top lane is losing, and mid lane is losing, and bottom lane is losing, why,
Jungle is getting fucked.
and jungle is losing, why would you have 1, 1, 2, 1? Why would you align yourself like that?
Because my mid laner is dead, I'm trying to
It
do
doesn't
something at
make
top.
sense to go into your lanes anymore. You guys are losing. You guys are on the back foot. If you guys continue
Okay.
this way, you will just lose the game because each one of their members is individually stronger than your members. Correct?
Yes.
Okay,
Go on the
so
game.
what if right now you guys group up? Garen walks like this, you walk like this, and everyone comes mid and creates a pick.
And we become friends for the rest of our lives. They're two flamers, it's almost impossible.
Right. It's almost impossible. But if you say group and one person groups and then one person doesn't and then two more people group. So that's 4 people grouped. And you guys make a play, you guys have a chance to win. That is your only chance of winning this game, provided that they play moderately well, the enemy team. Right? Like, if they throw, they throw. But, like, you can't assume that they're going to throw the game. You need to play actively instead. Because it's an isolated incident, right? Isolated event. The enemy team being bad is not a constant that you can rely on every single game. So right now, and in future games, if you are in this situation, your win condition is to group up and try to force something on the member that's like, haha, GG, they sent 4 mid, they all used ults, haha. You know, like, you know what I'm talking about? When, like, your split pusher dies top when you have no pressure on the map, and he's like, GG 3 top, you guys are idiots. That's what you need to do to them. But, we'll see what you do.
Yes, yes. I go mid. We got top lane. Oh.
Okay, right there. You just did the exact thing you need to do. Group and just do shit.
And I tax.
That's fine. Group and do stuff. You didn't group with your entire team, but you grouped with one person. See? 1, 2. There are 2 people here. Notice how it's 2 people here instead of 1 person here, right? Like, I know I just repeated myself.
Yes.
But the lane allocations are not 1, 1, 1, 2. It's 2, 0, 1, 2. See how it's different?
Yes.
Very important. Okay, so that's the kind of stuff that you need to do to win this game. And future games.
What items do I have? Can you like talk
Yep.
about items?
Your items, to me, look good. I cannot micro your items, to be completely honest. I think you probably want a Bramble Vest in there, like, next.
Bramble Vest, really?
That item is broken, yes.
Oh yeah. It is?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay then.
The item's
nice.
absolutely insanely broken.
Why? What? Oh, like I know that it deals grievous wounds to you, no one heals.
Yeah, that's broken.
Really?
Cassio has Spell Vamp. Nunu heals. Mundo
I
heals.
just saw
Kog'Maw
their team,
healed.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
Karma heals.
Okay, I never do that, so don't look at me.
That item, like, when I'm playing a tank jungler, I literally just rush on, like, every single champion. It's actually so broken. And it helps you clear your jungle, too, because it has the reflect.
Oh, really?
Yes?
It's broken then?
It's broken!
I didn't think it works on the, like, jungle shits.
It's broken!
Okay.
Yeah. Bramble Vest, seriously, it's giga broken. I know that's an EU term, so...
Giga broken now. Oh wait, I don't look at the... Oh.
Okay, so...
This word, like, this is something I should work on, the words, like, I should check the bushes. I think here I save, like, Veigar, like...
Okay, right now, you guys just got back into the game. Or rather, you have time to get back into the game. So, what should you do right now? You.
I should beg my Lucian to go back and go to top lane so I can help him with the split pushing Mundo, because
Mundo.
they can't do anything else. Like, we can't go mid, they wasted all of their, like, their cooldowns. Veigar has no, Lucian has nothing. Like, we can't go mid. Like, it's a Cassiopeia, like, and she's fed. We should, like, go top lane and kill Mundo.
Okay, so the core of what you just said there, remember, is exactly what I said. You need to go group up somewhere. Right? Like, you need to create chaos on the map. That is what you need to do to win this game. It's not going mid,
Yes.
because you can't get anything mid, as you said. It is going top, it is getting Mundo. So, do you do that?
Yes, I think.
Okay.
Oh, I actually knew it was worth it. Somehow I was watching his movement and I realized that there's a ward around me, because like he was perfectly moving in a way like, oh, is he coming, is he not? I was just like thinking, okay, then I'll put some saplings around me to see for vision.
Okay, so why did you not clear that pink ward? Control ward.
We still haven't noticed it. I'm not even joking. No one from us has passed
Wait,
from that.
but you threw your sapling down in it.
Oh wait, I actually see it. Holy,
There is a
that's
sapling.
really that is a bug. Like I think it's like a map bug. Like well, let's go to the next thing. Oh, do we get? No, I know what happens here. I will just like back off, you retard. I was just like we can't like literally we just have to let them hero because we have no you have no cooldowns. We don't have Bart ultimate, Lucian ultimate, Veigar ultimate, the most important. Oh, is this a mistake?
Krugs.
Seriously?
Krugs. Okay. What do you know about
Is
Krugs?
it they give a lot of gold?
Okay. Krugs 101. They give a lot of gold. Krugs 102. They give a lot of experience.
They waste a lot of time, I bet it's the third time.
Krugs 103. They waste a lot of time. Okay. So, what does all this mean? They give a lot of gold, they give a lot of experience. Do you need this golden experience?
No.
No. Who needs this golden experience?
My brain dead team.
These two people right here. These two need them. You need to
So I
say
should reach them and say come get
yes,
the gold?
yes. No.
Literally. Are you
No.
joking?
No. What you say is you tell him to start taking your camps.
I said him to get my red buff and I give it to him.
Yeah, but you don't need Krugs either. Look, you already out-leveled their Kog'Maw, you out-leveled their support, you out-leveled Nunu. Or rather, you're the same level as Nunu if you don't take Krugs. You're one level below their tank, which doesn't matter, and you're one level below Cassia, which matters, but she's giga-fed anyway. So, here's the thing. Every level you are over Krugs, you lose 7% experience.
Seriously?
You don't lose any experience. Krugs just give you 7% less.
Oh, that is. Wait, is that like patched or you're just like saying it?
No, that's the thing.
That's a.
So you see right
It's
here,
worthless.
Krugs is a worthless camp. They take a lot of time and they give less experience.
But at the moment I have nothing to do. It's I prefer the gold and the experience. Like look at the map. I can
Right.
only
So
take the red buff.
So I started to make a meme out of this, right? Like where I did all these circles and everything. It's not that big of a mistake. You taking the gold isn't the worst thing. But how do you fit better to your win condition? You give this to your laner. Yes. Because this gold is only worth 200 on you. This is worth 350 on Lucian. Give it to Lucian. Right? So just see the point.
What happens when I'm a useless HP, like meat shield, nothing else? Like I will literally have only HP without resist. Like if I go, I have nothing to get out of anything. How will I actually do something in the game? And why should I consider them carrying the game when they're already like losing it with all that helper and like the thing is I told them like instead like for me that's not 350, that's like 215 gold. That's how much it matters for Lucian because I seriously thought that these guys are brain dead. I just think that they're autopiloting playing the game, just flaming and crying about everything. I don't think it's that big of a difference between me and him, but I can trust myself more than him.
Right. So that is a valid point. I'm just saying for other games, right? Like I said, it was kind of a meme the way I circled and everything. But
Yes.
for future games, if you're playing Maokai, a low econ jungler, a tank, and a shield, like you're basically just a mute shield, you don't need this gold. You want your laners to get this gold because they are your win condition. You need them to get this kind of stuff. So in this game, in this specific situation, it's fine what you did. It's just a very important note about Krugs. Because right there, I just taught you something about jungle. You did not know that.
I actually usually leave my everything to the guy that's carrying. I'm not even joking. Even if he's behind, I tell him push the lane, farm my jungle. Like I'm soaking XP from team fights and mid. Like even now on the scrims, like I was ahead on Maokai jungle. Like I destroyed their jungler Ken. I told my top laner, okay, push top Gromps, golems, like we're red side. I was just like push top raids. I won't touch them. Like if you need to get back in the game, okay, but we need you. Like I'm far enough ahead. Like he's useless. He won't do anything about it. Like he literally needs to farm his jungle like 5 times in a row and get some even more gold to get back in the game. So I prefer to give him that gold, get him back in the game, and me like to have two tanks in the game like Maokai and Shen. And because
So,
Shen has usually Sunfire and Tiamat, he's literally clearing them for not faster than me, times faster than me.
so here's the thing. If you're playing fives especially, and you looked at your win condition, you know that your laners need this even more than you do, right? Even if you
Yes,
are not ahead.
yes,
So how does that change in solo queue? Like you said, you can trust yourself more. So that is a judgment call you have to make. But this was just a point that I was trying to make with Krugs, because a lot of people don't know that about Krugs. They give less experience every level you're head above it, and that whole gold value thing, a lot of people don't know this either. So if Krugs give 100 gold, or rather 200 gold, it's literally only worth 200 gold to you, but to your teammates it's worth 350 gold. So to give the most possible effective distribution to your team, they should be taking this kind of stuff. Do you have any questions about Krugs?
no, Krugers are fine for me.
Okay. That's actually how laners create experience differentials on the enemy laners. So if we look at the map super zoomed out, you're doing a 1-3-1 type thing or a 4-1. Either way. If you're red side and you have this lane pushing, if your laner just consistently steals his Krugs, he's always going to be further ahead because he's getting all this extra experience and denying it from the enemy laner and your jungler. Their jungler,
Yes,
sorry.
I actually do that a lot. Like when I lane, I
So,
usually just find a
good.
way to get like that's the thing like about me laning. If I'm ahead, I'm gonna make my laner like my opponent get further behind, but I'm gonna fuck up their jungle as well. Like I'm gonna go take his jungle. I'm gonna ward his jungle. I'm gonna make him cry. Like I cry every day when they do that to me.
Okay, cool. So we'll go ahead and continue. Is that only for Krugs? Yeah. Because it was giving too much experience. Okay. So. Can you viably expect this? Like, reasonably.
What?
A
Oh
Baron
yeah,
Rush.
the Baron. Oh yeah. I was just like, can you ward like please? Like I was even like writing to them, be ready. They will try a desperate call.
Okay. How do you know they can do a 20-minute Baron?
Because it's a Kog'Maw Casio
Yes. Boom. That's the answer. Cog,
and
Cass, Nunu.
Nunu.
And another tank. They have all the tools to do it. So why are you here
Where?
on
Oh,
Raptors?
hmm. That's an interesting question. Why am I there?
You just cleared Krug, so this is the only camp up over here. Why are you here?
Because I'm a bad player and I greed for God instead of watching the objective.
There you go. That's the answer, right? So not actually that you're a bad player, but see, this is the type of stuff that you can improve even out of these games. You know, it's
Yeah.
a hard game for you to win. Your team inted you, whatever you want to say. But at the end of the day, look at all these mistakes you have made that you can improve. And that right there is how you be a good player. So, what happens in this fight?
Oh, we totally get smashed, I think, or like we escape some way. Oh yeah. I
Okay, you
think
can,
this is not the end overall. Like I think there's one more Baron. Oh yes. Yes. I just like to say like we can get them. Like look at them.
Okay. Right now, you have two options. You can try to fight now, in this period where they're not grouped, which is the option that I would try to choose, or you can let them take this and then fight at your turret. Those are your two
No.
options.
That is a bad option. The second one isn't worth enough because there is Drake. I prefer to actually kill Nunu, negate their hero because he's summoning it at the moment. Like if I dash to him and press Q, it negates it. But
Well,
I
so
think
so again, I'm just talking in general here, not in this
yeah.
exact situation,
Oh, yeah.
because after they take Baron, some people are going to base, some people are going to greed for gold, some people are going to want to get wards or whatever they want to do. That is time that they're not grouped as 5 in which you can create a pick, which fits your win condition that we identified earlier. So that's option number 1. Try to force some chaos while they're not grouped. Option number 2 is you concede an outer turret because they're going to go for them, and then try to fight at your base, like force a fight, like under turret. Those are your two options, really. Or you can concede an in-hit, but at that point you lose the game because they outscale you. So,
Yes.
okay. So you force a fight. And that was option number 1. You try to force fight in the chaos. Because Cassiopeia is greeting for blue buff, or for Krugs, or Gromp, or she wanted to go here instead, or whatever she wants to do.
Did
Right there.
she really just clear that whole bot side?
Yeah.
Holy.
She cleared wolves or something. So again, this is that group up, cause chaos thing. That's the only way you win games when you guys are all statistically behind. Because you guys are working together, even if you're not working together, there's 4 of you versus, let's say, 3 of them, or maybe 4 of them, but their carry isn't there. So it's 4 useful members of you versus 3 useful of them.
Oh, he fucked me up so hard, bro.
Okay. So, this is that whole chaos thing again. This time, we don't want chaos. Because we just got a lot of gold. We killed them here. We went here, we got a turret. We went here, we got a turret.
We got and top lane after it.
Oh, and top lane. Okay, you just got 3 turrets of gold, and you got 3 kills of gold. You want to base immediately. You don't want to get caught in this jungle. You don't want to get caught here. You want to get back and spend your gold so you can try to do the same exact thing. Right here, as long as this team plays well, you guys lose. But based on the hot map, they don't play well.
Oh, yeah, here, I was just like, we got them, fuck them.
Okay.
The
So,
moment Karma misplayed, I was just like, prioritize on it.
yes.
Find a way.
You need to recognize in this fight that your Vigar is dead, and he doesn't matter.
I think actually he survives.
Wait, does he really?
I don't know, like, I think he makes a good play and we get... No, play it out. I want to see.
Well, statistically,
Like, at this fight, yeah, at this point I was saying, okay, he's dead. Like, I try to get these 2 guys so we can trade for it. Like, Bard is dead, he can like and try to save our guy. But for this moment, it's better to get these 2 guys on the top side, and it will be a 3-for-2, and it will be a worse trade, and we can go for Drake or something like that, or push the waves and like get some
exactly.
gold to get us back in the game.
So that's the important thing that you just mentioned. It's a worth trade even if Vigar dies.
I actually think I go and help Veigar because look at my champion. Yeah, he made the play.
Okay, so he made a cool play, and that's the only reason he lives. He should die there in most cases.
90%. Oh, but here I was just like, holy. These guys are next level.
Oh, Lucian sucks. That's unlucky. Okay, you guys are so ahead at this point. You just got so much gold on an upswing. You guys have momentum on the map. Not that you're ahead gold-wise or, like, team comp-wise, but you guys just got momentum on the map. And that's really important. You guys should base because you can't get this. Reset. Try to force something again in chaos.
Look at him. Oh, yeah. I'm doing it again. I'm saying look at him, and he's just like, I should be looking at myself.
Yes.
Holy Bart has the executioners and 3 pink walls.
That's honestly not bad on him, to be completely honest.
Executioners.
But right here, your build, I love it. You're building the magic resist because their team is largely magic damage. Cool. So you at least
5 guys magic damage. 100%. Like it even blocks Kog'Maw attacks.
Well, Kog'Maw is hybrid, but yeah.
Yeah, but it blocks his damage on W.
Mm-hmm.
And you can be proud here. I said Lucian gets my race.
Okay, so you're safe to step up, control this area. Do you see Cassiopeia basing? No.
Yes.
Yes.
And if she was better and if Lucian was smarter, we would have been over by now.
Okay. Cassiopeia ult for Lucian ult. You guys can force a fight. Because Cassiopeia ult is their really... It's that and Nunu ult that's their large disengage against your pick and engage. Are you trying to create a pick here? Is that your plan?
Yeah, that's I was
Okay.
thinking and writing in chat like SH like shh. I was thinking like I think we catch her here.
Okay, so conclusion, this Cassiopeia sucks, or rather isn't as good as the Elo.
Yes.
So, from that point on, you can look to abuse her. You guys have map momentum again. This, it doesn't matter. Like, they can sit here and do whatever they want all day long. This doesn't matter.
If he dies, it does.
Yeah, but he shouldn't die. Okay, we blow up Karma. Okay, let's rewatch that. We'll put that in half speed. Okay. Your only objective right now is to zone this Kog'Maw. And ideally get on him. These two do 0 damage. Like, actually 0 damage. You don't have to dive to win this. As long as you threaten Kog'Maw from not hitting you, you're doing your job. Or not hitting your team. So you don't have to commit is the point. If you don't commit, nothing... Go ahead.
It's just like the mental pressure of a Maokai tank being close to you that I
Yes.
abuse.
Yes.
That's actually pretty good.
Okay, so we'll see how you play it and how you can play it differently. Okay, we catch Karma. Do you need to go on Karma?
No, because he has damage and he will one-shot her.
Even if Veigar does not one-shot her, what happens?
We get tower and inhibitor. For
You guys
free.
get this and this. Even like, because Karma's gonna be like 12% health or so. If she lives, if. That's a big if. You don't
Maybe
need
the
to be
best
on her.
option here is to get Nunu, or
No, it's literally just to hit this in zone.
yes.
As long as Kog'Maw is not hitting any of these guys, you're good. But, see, you commit far and use your ability. So now, you're stuck here, potentially tanking turret. I don't know, let me see. With turret aggro, with a Nunu and a Kog'Maw, way in front of your team, and Lucian can't step up. And Veigar has no cooldowns.
Like I was thinking we're going to commit with Bart ultimate, like he's gonna ult someone, tower, me.
Okay, I can see that, but if you risk assess it again, you assume Bard has a brain 20% of the time, and he doesn't have a brain 80% of the time. You doing this play is very greedy.
Yes, it's true.
Okay, so this is just understanding your function and what the team needs to do. If you guys get this and this, it literally doesn't matter if you kill Karma. It literally doesn't matter if you kill Kog'Maw. You got what you came for. You got this. Because you guys already created a pick. You guys already have the advantage. So instead of trying to force the fight and be really greedy, you just take the free inhib that they give you.
Yes.
Because see, there's no way you get out of this. Unless Bard all 2. But like, you shouldn't rely on that. So now, because you're dead, Kog'Maw can step up, Nunu can step up. Now Lucian can't hit the turret. Do you guys actually get this turret? Doesn't look like it.
It's big and it's true.
Oh, it does. Oh, I missed out on the hotbar. Okay. Does Lucian die? Do you guys get punished for this?
I'm actually afraid to see, but I was actually screaming at them in chat like a
Okay.
I was
So-
just like thinking about Baron control because we have like the big potential. Like if they come, Bard can ultimate them and we can get Baron. Like we started, okay. We either turn and fuck them or we can just zone them and get Baron because if Bard ults them, they just waste time. That's like 1 or 2 guys that are not in the team fight and we turn them and we win the team fight. Or we get a really nice Bard ultimate and we finish Baron. From then on, we can just go bot lane, get inhibitor, get mid lane, get inhibitor. From then on, the game goes like it spirals in our way because it's 1 inhibitor left for them. Like if we get the 3rd one, no one comes back from 3-4 inhibitors.
So if you get that inhib though, because you didn't, because of the mistake you made,
Yeah.
the game becomes a lot easier.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. For some reason, it doesn't let me lock onto you when you're dead.
Yeah, it doesn't. I will... Oh, look at the pinks. Yes. But because of Lucian deciding to greed for red buff, we lost this. I was really mad here, and because like I don't know, Bart did a really nice escape, but for a greed of a red buff, we actually lose Baron.
Right, but if you had that inhib, they couldn't have done this as quickly as they do.
Yes, it's
So you are correct that Lucian greeds for red, but think about what you could have done instead of what your team does.
true. And there's 11 more minutes of the game, so it's okay. Oh, here I just like lost it. Like seriously, look at it.
Let me turn this down.
Oh, you have some. Look at Lucian. I seriously lost it here.
Okay, Lucian's hitting their tank.
Yes.
He
hitting
does
the-
half the Kog'Maw's
he's doing
health.
perfect. He's like doing perfect at the one.
Yes.
And here it comes the 80% ape.
Okay, so you die. Oh boy. Okay, let's not focus on Lucian. Let's focus on you. What can you do better in this fight? You hit a good ult. That's a very good ult. Okay.
I was like, Nunu is trapped, fuck him. Abuse the Baron aggro, it's still a lot of damage.
But it's Nunu.
Yes, it's Nunu, what should I do else? Like, pray to Gaben?
No. Okay. If you're an AD carry, right?
Yes?
And we're...
Oh. I just left Mundo with Veigar. Holy, I'm a bad person.
Okay, so let's look at this for a second. If you're an AD carry, ADC is here. Okay. Tank is here. Tank is here. Mage is here. And we'll say support is here. Okay, and they have that exact same setup where it's ADC, Mage, support, Tank and tank. Exact same setup. Do the tanks ever use their core CC abilities on the tanks?
Yes, if they're bad as me.
No, you don't,
Wait,
right?
look. If it's a fed Mundo, like I could have actually stopped Mundo from going to Vega. That would have been smart.
Yes, that is smart because then you're using it to peel your carry.
Yes, and
But are
we
you
can kill
peeling
both.
Nunu?
No,
No. Are you peeling Karma? No.
no,
You have 3 targets left. Can you hit Kog'Maw in this fight?
no. Impossible.
You can't. Okay, so it's not Karma. Can you hit Cassiopeia? Yeah, it's possible. It's not the easiest, but it's possible.
But she has someone else. That's the thing I didn't want to do, and she destroys me from damage. That was the guy I wanted to ignore the most. Like I wasn't a tank for this guy. Like I was a squishy bitch. This guy one shot me in every way.
Right, but the point here, you're gonna die anyway. You're a tank. Like that's your job is literally to die. Okay, you're here. The only person you're in range of is this person. Actually, let me rewind it to show you. Okay.
Can I see like what happens to Veigar when I leave him to be alone?
Yeah, we'll go over that in a second. Okay. You're playing. Okay. You're right here, right before this.
Yes.
Look at your hot map. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does you hitting Nunu make sense? No, he literally doesn't matter. Your 80 carry is over here. Your support is over here. You are going to die if you go to Nunu. And you don't do anything for your team. Like, oh no, I zoned the Nunu damage. Oh no, like... right, like...
It's okay, guys. I wasted his ultra.
Yeah, like, you don't do anything by going to Nunu, right? Like, you see that?
Yes.
Okay. Do you do anything by going to Karma?
No.
You do something, but it's still useless. You can't even hit her anyway. Okay. Remember, you know how, like, Blitzcrank is, like, once Blitzcrank uses his hook, he's useless?
No.
Well, it's a thing.
Well, with his full ability power, he can like ult.
But,
I
okay,
can play a
not
bit
full AP
power.
Nunu. Or not full AP Blitzcrank. Like, actual Blitzcrank.
Okay.
Once he uses his hook, he's useless, right, in lane?
Yes, I guess that.
Okay, once you use your W on Maokai, you're useless.
That's
right? Like,
true.
you already used your R. Once you use your W, you're useless.
Yes.
So, why would you use your most important ability on one of these 2 targets? You shouldn't. What if instead you hold it up and zone Cassiopeia? Or you threaten Kog'Maw? Because if you get on Kog'Maw, realistically, he might die.
True.
Because Garen can run at him and press R or something, you know? Like, it's possible. Further,
Yeah.
how about you protect the only person that's letting you be in the game?
Excuse me?
You get
only one.
okay, the main one, right? You get the point?
Okay. I can take this one.
Okay, so we'll see what happens to him.
Yeah, like I want to see his.
He gets ran at.
Holy, poor Veigar. Like, I feel sorry for.
Okay, he should be dead, right? But like,
Holy. Oh no, he suicides. Holy, what a retard.
okay, but
Ah!
he would have had full health, right?
Yes.
If you would have peeled him, and he could have insta-bursted Kog'Maw, he could have zoned Cassiopeia, but instead, Muno just ran at him because you used your most important ability on Nunu.
Yes.
So,
did.
even though Vygar just inted, even though Lucian made a mistake and he dashed forward, you inted as well. Did you see that?
Yes.
Okay. So that's the core, right? That this is how you become a better player, because you've seen how I've just gone through this game and pointed out mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake, even though
I
your
don't
team
know how
minted.
this is possible.
What do you mean?
Is no one perfect for you? Like, holy, do you even go to Faker's games and like, oh, such a mistake, such a mistake, such
Well,
a
no, just
mistake.
you see, because people are like, "Oh, I'm so good. My teams are just I'm hard stuck because my teams and this that." But no, see, I've just gone through your VOD and identified a lot of mistakes. Right, like these there were mistakes. See how you could have had a larger influence on this game by not making those mistakes.
Yes.
So there you go. There's something to work on. That's how you improve. That's how you become a better player. That's how you win more games. Because, yeah, you might have lost this game because you just existed. But guess what? Based on this game, there's a lot of impact that you could have had that you didn't have. And this isn't to tear you down or anything. It's just to show you very
Yeah,
clearly.
it's like, it's to build me up, not tear me down.
Exactly.
But the hard way.
Because, see, you've done good things, right? Like, you have. Your gank here, this is great. Your pathing, I mean, it wasn't the best, but it was pretty good. Overall, there were points where it's like, yeah, that's good. Yeah, you did a good job here. Yeah, that's right. Or like, you're going to do this, so you're willingly sacrificing bottom. Okay, that's fine, because you have a plan here. See, all that stuff, that's great stuff. And that's also what you remember when you play the game. You don't remember you missing this huge team fight. You don't remember you going bottom to get Raptors instead of Baron. You don't
I
remember.
actually remember those mistakes the most. Like, I actually forgot the place. I
Well,
usually remember the mistakes mostly. Like, but that Baron play, like, that's true actually.
so
I
how about
didn't
this one
watch.
right here, where you just suicide? Or how about this one where you miss your skill shot? Like there's all these
Excuse
mistakes
me,
that
like, I
you just.
can't remember everything.
Well, right, but the point is, you make mistakes, and the
Yes,
human
I
brain
do.
will be biased towards yourself and say, "Hey, I am going to forget the negative and only remember the positive because I want to put myself in a positive light." That's basic psychology. And that's not always the case. So,
Yeah.
with that note, we'll continue. Speed through some stuff again, because this has already been going for 2.5 hours.
Oh, this. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, actually true. Is this
So,
like typical? Like
yeah,
this much
this,
time?
this is a longer one.
Do
Two
you
and a half
think?
hours usually is where they end up. But
Like,
we talked a lot.
you're
We,
good at this.
we talked literally for. Okay, right here. We talked literally for like 45 minutes about mentality only, so.
That's true.
Okay. Right now, honestly, I would concede this turret and try to fight a your inhib. That's what I would personally do. But
Mundo
we don't
was
have.
back.
We don't. Do we have his information?
Yes.
Let's find out.
Like,
Okay, we know Mundo isn't here. We don't know he based.
okay, but I can notice he's not there.
Well, right, but he could be here.
Still, he's dead for me. Like, that's too much pathing. Even like the smallest difference in like range between top laners, like he can be like, how can I say it, 5 centimeters behind Casio, but if he's 6, they lose.
Okay.
That's one small misclick.
So at this point, look at your position.
Yes, I look at it.
Why are you positioned so far back?
I was thinking about giving it up.
Okay, that's a valid reason. I'm okay with that reason. You use your W on Nunu again.
I don't see it. I think it's a game bug.
Okay. So use your W on Nunu. It's okay. You don't get punished this time. Last fight, you got super punished for it. This fight, you don't get punished.
Wait, do we get anything for? Oh yeah, nothing. We'll look at this. It's like gives me brain cancer. Like I was saying, like go back, please. I will peel the Lucian. I don't know why he stayed with us for that long. And here comes the ultra tank broken trash.
Does he just run at him? Nice. Love me some Mundo.
Like if I
Okay,
had
so
a tank like this, I would be like crying all the time from happiness most.
thank you, Pandastic, for the sub, and thank you all for the follows too. I just tried not to call them out during the VOD review, but if we look at this, okay,
Yes.
you should know this is going to happen.
No.
Wait, how does Vigar ever kill Mundo?
Oh well, in a perfect world it happens.
How?
Damage.
Look at Mundo's
Like I
build.
don't know. Like I don't know. Maybe kite him, stop the
How do
minions.
how do you kite Mundo without a Morello Namakan?
He wait. He doesn't have it. I'm out. I'm out. Like this happens. I'm incorrect here for not looking at his items.
No. So the point is, do you need to be here?
Yes.
Okay.
No, no, not here. Not here. I need to be down there.
You should not be here. Who should be attacking this? Do you know?
Lucian.
No.
Veigar.
Vigar.
Veigar and.
Eh,
Hmm.
Who else?
No. No, no, no. Only Veigar and the three of us gangbang Mundo.
No. Vigar and Bard.
What? Oh yeah, because of the tunnel.
Yes. Bard is a ranged champion that can peel with the ranged Vigar. How does Karma or Nunu get to them before this inhib is dead?
Impossible to get to them.
Impossible. So, these are the two that should be here. Okay, you can't control them, but these are the two that should be here. You and Lucian should be down here. So Lucian plus Maokai. You guys will probably still lose this inhib,
But we won't die.
but you won't die. Actually, you might not lose the inhib, but you'll guaranteed lose this turret. Or most likely. Because he was already on it before you guys would have based.
Yeah, 100%.
But you could have at least saved this inhib, maybe. Because Mundo's pretty tanky. It really just depends on how Mundo plays it. But, like, you guys don't have any healing reduction, so we could literally just tank 4k damage from you and Lucian. But,
Bro.
that is how you could have improved this play. You could have said, Vigar stay. And if Vigar doesn't stay, it sucks. But this is how you could have done it. So, did you make a best of a bad situation? Probably.
No.
Probably, yeah. I mean, like, if Vigar bases and he doesn't want to listen and push, this is fine. But,
Okay,
in the
so
future...
It's not my fault.
What'd you say?
It's not my fault then.
It's not your fault, yes. But in the future, you should try to shot call it better. And in team play,
Okay.
you should
I
try to
should
learn
write
from
it,
this. Yes.
I should write to them, yes.
So now you have a better idea and understanding of why you should have done X versus Y. And you take that and apply it into future games. Even though, in this case, you did what was right. It's not actually what was right. Does that make sense?
Yes, yes, that's true.
Okay. Like, look at this. Like, he just runs at them both. Oh, holy.
Wait, they live! Holy.
They're gods. That shouldn't happen, right? Like, Mundo shouldn't be here. Like, why is he here? Okay, let me rewind, because we were watching it. Gods.
I think I get caught here, and I'm really mad.
Okay. You need to recognize that there's a potential that one of you dies. In this case.
Oh yeah, I sacrificed myself.
So, you don't walk with Lucian. You walk this way. You don't go into them and try to die, but you split up.
I actually remembered this part of the game. I pressed
What?
a button and said like, if I'm going to die, I'm taking you with me.
Okay, wait. So
That's what
first
they
off,
said to do.
first off. Okay, all the way
Yes.
back here. You have flash. You need to make a decision all the way over here. Okay, right now. You need to be ready. You need to say, are they gonna chase me? Yes, they're chasing me. Once this Kog'Maw slows, okay, the second you see this, you need to either flash or accept your fate and you're dead. These are your two options.
I should have flashed from blue buff all to the left.
Either way, you either flash now or you never flash.
Yes.
Okay. So, we see how it plays out a little bit further. Okay, at this point, okay, you're pretty good. Now, you have a chance to decide again. Do you flash? If you're going to flash this wall. Look at this, all this extra distance that you create. They have to go like this, whereas you go through the wall. It's fine to flash now still. You have the option again, you got lucky, of flash or die.
Yes.
Okay, don't do both. Okay, because look, this flash is useless. You're already slowed. Just use it earlier. And, like I said, walk this way instead. Don't kill your teammate. Right? Because, like, that's not how you win games.
Sorry, I'm just like thinking about the moment I said I'm taking you with me.
Right, like, right here. See, you deserve to lose this game again.
Yes, I do.
The fact that you don't lose this game right now is so frustrating because it's like, oh, I'm frustrated. I can't win because my team throws and tilts or they're stupid monkeys. No, see, look what you just did. You just inted. You actually just inted. Just like you actually just inted right here. Yeah, see, you deserve to lose this game. Even though you did a lot of good stuff, you deserve to lose this game because you made really big mistakes.
Yes, I did.
Alright, as long as you recognize that, I'm happy.
Oh, we don't. Oh my god, look at this.
Like, the fact that you don't lose this game by that is like, oh, solo queue, woo!
It's okay, it's okay. Look at this. This is a special moment for me. I think I cried a bit.
Alright, let's see it.
Yeah, go on. Just keep on.
Okay, that's the right call.
Wait. Oh wait, there are 4 more minutes. Okay, and we get the.
Okay, if you don't go to the top side of the map for the next 3 minutes, you deserve to lose this game.
Don't you dare.
If you ever go bottom
Where
side.
do I go? Where do I go? Where do I go? I'm going to tax top lane, yes. No, I actually back in base. Oh,
Okay. All that was fine. Okay, let me slow down. Wait, it's not slower. Okay, you missed time teleport, but focus him who's way extended. That's fine.
no, I just used it. Like, I was just like, either they jump on my team and everyone gets nerfed, or like zone it. Okay, again.
If you W on this Nunu, I swear.
Maybe I would do this time.
Okay. So, nothing that bad happens. In fact, you guys are actually ahead because you have bottom pressure. They have mid pressure, but this isn't going to pressure the base very quickly. This will pressure base very
How
quickly.
do we even lose this game?
That's what I'm saying!
Holy, how are we losing this game? Like, how bad am I for not recognizing?
Okay. So, what are you doing this way?
I go and ask for them to fuck the bitches. Not my fault, not my fault. Like, I think it's already their zone there. I should go from the bot side and fuck them. Like, that's their gap at the moment. I can't just pass by Mundo.
Do you know how long this takes to walk?
Yes,
How long does this take without Moby Boots?
too much.
How long does it take with Moby Boots?
I don't know, like 5 seconds.
5 seconds. Is there team
Yeah.
comp of Nunu, Cassiopeia, Kog'Maw going to kill the Baron in 5 seconds?
6.
6. Okay, fine, 6. How about all this extra time? Another 3
Okay,
seconds, and then you
I
lose your
think
Mobies
they-
because you have to walk through the tanks?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, how about this way? How long does this one take?
I actually don't see it. Oh, it's kind of slow. It takes like 10 seconds.
The pink one?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, it takes 2 seconds. So 1
There
half.
you go. So why would you go the longest way possible when they have a super high damage team comp to Baron?
Because I'm a bad player and I'm tilted and I should focus more on my surroundings.
There you go. See, this is the core.
Oh, excuse me. Even if I walked the other way, they had taken it. So,
That's not true.
it was a 2k. No way I'm stealing it. Oh, look at Cosmo. Yes, look at it. Guys, and we still lose.
Okay, he ends. You capitalize, so that's good.
Yeah, I'm just like pinging, saying I have mob. It's fucking. Oh, look. Perfect. Maybe I should have put it the other way. That was like, I want to kill.
No, that was fine, I think.
And we lose. I was begging my team to let me auto-attack something so I can regain 1000 HP. They were refused.
Alright, Cassiopeia has no flash right now. You have flash.
Oh,
Oh, wait,
yeah.
no, you don't. No, you don't.
That's true. I actually wrote them. Casio, no flash. I'm flashing for her. Next thing I do is flash for her. I can swear in everything I love, I said it. And nothing happened.
Okay, whoa. Alright. So,
I just walked to her.
okay.
Not her.
Okay, so let's explain this. Ready? Their tank is 100% health and he's Mundo. Your tank is 30% health and he's Maokai. This tank is going to last a good 15 seconds. This tank is going to last a good 5 seconds.
Yes.
So if you dive their backline and Mundo dives your backline, what happens?
We lose.
You lose. So, don't dive the backline and let Mundo dive your backline. It's important that Casio has no flash. You need to recognize that and use it. Okay? At that point, use your W. That's fine. Well, guess what? Once she cleanses, you gotta get out of here. Because she has her
I
spawn
tried.
fountain right here.
I tried, but excuse me, Veigar has ultimate.
Yeah.
He could have ulted, and that was the worst of the worst E.
Okay, so you gotta flash immediately, though. Because look, Mundo's just tearing your backline.
Look at Garen. He gave me eye cancer.
So, right there, you guys took a fight that you couldn't have won. It's important to be able to zone Cassiopeia, but committing to her is kind of really greedy because, like I said with Mundo, Mundo is 10 times tankier than you are in that aspect, or rather 5 times.
Yes.
So you can't trade tanks. If you guys are both 100% health, you could do that. Maybe. But in that case, you can't. And just like that same mistake here, where you got to peel your Veigar, You have to peel your team and look on Cassio when she goes forward. Because Cassio's biggest weakness is she has like potato range. This is like her range. That's basically your W. So if she's hitting you, you're in range to hit her. So instead of you going to her, you let her come to you.
Yes.
That way, if these are the battle lines like this, team 1, team 2, you're not going like this all the way back here to Cassio. Cassio is coming like this to hit you, and then you're hitting her here.
I just realized that I was watching everything on stream and I was wondering why was it slowed.
Nice. But you see this point here?
Yes. Completely.
Okay, cool. So, that's the end of the VOD. What questions, comments, concerns do you have? Because I have a sheet to go over.
Okay. My runes are trash, I think.
Yes.
How can I fix it?
Probuilds.net.
Are you sure about that?
You can look at a rune optimization page, but there isn't an easy answer to runes. You should probably just look at what the pros do and copy them for the most part. Considering the matchups
Okay.
and stuff. So like,
Search a pro player, team, a champion. I go to Shaku.
okay, that's Shaco. He's not played.
Okay, I don't go to Shaku. I go to Maokai.
Yes.
Okay, I found him. I go to Memento. I don't know who this is. Foxy, where is?
Pick a pro that you know.
Yes, where is fucking Biancos? Fucking stupid bitch. He doesn't even play tags.
But there's got to be a player that you know that's played it.
Old one? No. He's washed up. Peanut. I found Peanut. Yes.
Okay, Peanut. What did he do?
Click him. And it's not loading. So I got the last point. I'm just gonna do this from Probius.
Attack
Got
speed,
it.
cooldown, attack damage, health per level, and armor. Seems pretty standard.
I actually my room page for Maokai is pretty much for the early game. Like this room page I have for him is just like ability power, full armor, like 9 armor, attack damage, attack speed, and magic resist per level 9.
Well, why
I
not
get
take scaling health like literally every other jungler in the world? And
because I'm a
scaling
bad
armor.
player and I should do better.
You should do some research, not do better.
Yes.
Just do some research.
Yes.
Okay, so like if you look at mid pages, because I know mid pages very well, so I'm going to use a mid page example. Let's say we go to okay, let's go to Orianna. She's super popular right now. Orianna. Alright. Let's see. Let's find a pro that I like. Not Power of Evil, because he likes to invent crap. Let's go Crown. I like Crown. Go to Crown. And what is it? Flat Magic Pen, Scaling Health, Cooling, Scaling, Flat Magic Resist, and AP. Okay. Does that make sense based on the game? Well, he's against a... what's this guy's name? Galio. He's against a Galio mid. Is he ever going to kill Galio? Does that extra 3 AP matter? No. Okay, so taking that magic resist is fine. And this is a standard page. He takes health because he's against AP. Now, if we find Orianna versus an AD champion, I guarantee that health switches to armor. And I'm not going to switch all through these. But you just can't take it at face value. You have to look at the game as well and look at what else is there. Why are they taking it? Because a lot of champions have multiple runes. So if we go to NAOPGG, call NA trash, whatever you want. Let's look at the rank 1 player. Akali, Irelia main. Okay, we go to his runes. He has Akali versus AD, Akali versus AP, Akali mixed, So there's 3 pages right here for his main champion. They're each different. He would take them all in different cases. So, apply that to your games. Look at pro builds and say, oh, why does this guy take this runes in this game versus these runes in another game? I guarantee you'll be able to figure it out because it's not complicated.
Yes.
Okay, cool. What other questions do you have?
What advice do you give me to become the best?
Well, I just talked to you for 3 hours about that.
Can we repeat it?
Yeah. Focus on yourself. You need to seriously think about the game so much whenever you can, and you can work hard or you can work smart. Or rather, you can work for a long time or you can work smart.
Yes.
Work intelligently. Make objective goals to get better, not LP-based goals. Knowledge goals, understanding goals. Make your own way of improving, because right now what you have doesn't work. And I don't know that system for you. You're going to have to flush it out a little bit. You're going to have to figure it out, revise it, etc. But what you have right now of flaming your teammates doesn't work. Like, guaranteed does not work. And then be a versatile player, but also specialize in what you do. So, in solo queue, you can just play Kha'Zix, Rengar, whatever, Shaco. I mean, that's fine.
Yes.
But you have to be able to play the other stuff to a proficient level if you're trying to play on a team. And practice them.
Yes.
So, get a Smurf account to practice them. Because if you're a 1000 LP challenger, you're definitely not going to be able to play Maokai at that elo. You're just not, because you don't understand it. But can you play it in D1? Probably. So get a Smurf and practice it there.
Okay. I got everything.
Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and draft up this sheet a little bit. So, your mentality is a huge roadblock. But the way you acted during this VOD review was like really good. Like you were able to listen. Like you listened to what I was saying. You didn't just like flame the entire time. Because even though you flamed in the game, you didn't flame in this VOD review. And you were able to say, I suck, I need to improve. And that is a step forward. If you keep taking small steps like that forward, you will become a better player. Mentality, okay. Your micro decisions. Not micro mechanics, but decisions. Right? You're playing Maokai, so I couldn't really judge mechanics. But I could judge your decisions. Like you Wing Nunu. This is a micro decision. Okay, how about the other really big thing was identifying your win conditions and then playing to them.
Yes.
Because you can... Oh, shoot. Making a plan to do them. You can identify your win conditions all you want. But if you don't actually enact them, the win conditions that you just identified don't matter at all. Like, literally at all. It's like saying, oh, I want to go to the gym every single day and then never going to the gym. You're not going to be ripped with gains, are you? Like
the dream.
That's not a thing.
No, that's the dream. Never going to the gym and being ripped.
Gotcha. Alright, so these are the 3 biggest things that I would say out of this VOD. There were a lot more, right? We talked about them. And honestly, I would recommend listening to this VOD again. Just listening.
I will. I'm happy it's on Twitch. I can do it like tomorrow when I wake up. Exactly.
So those are the 3 biggest things that I would work to improve. And how you can improve those. Mentality, we talked about it for like an hour. So in summary, focus on yourself. Work on improving and separate yourself from the game a little bit. Don't take everything so personally and stop worrying about your teammates. How do you improve your micro decisions? Play, look at the games, look at your replays. Because the second you saw that you didn't peel this Mundo, you knew that you made a mistake. You can probably identify your mistakes, but it's going back and admitting them, not saying, "Oh yeah, that was a game bug." You know, we're joking. It's funny, right? But like when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, you have to know that what you should have done was different, and you will be able to identify that most likely. And if you can't, ask somebody better or ask a different set of eyes, because somebody else will
That's
give you
why
feedback.
you're here.
Exactly. And then thirdly, how do you work on making a plan? That one is about experience. You have to think about the win condition, right? That's understanding champions, that's understanding power spikes, etc. And then how do you develop your plans to do them? That is where the practice comes in. Like I just said, you have to experience the different ways of going against certain things. How do you win against Kale Master Yi? That's something that's like, yeah, exactly. It's stupid, easy, simple to you, right? But low elo players seriously struggle with that. They don't understand how to beat Kale Yi. They just say, "Oh, GG, it's a broken OP combo." It's not the case. So you do that same thing, I'm sure, towards something. You can say, "Oh, they picked Kog'Maw Lulu, GG, broken combo." Well, yeah, it's strong, but there is a way to play against it. So you have to start developing your skill set and start developing your game knowledge to be able to play against them. Cool. So, do you feel like you have an objective way to start improving?
Yeah, I think tomorrow I'll be rank 1.
All right, sounds
Like,
good.
yes.
Okay, so anything else before I end the VOD review then?
No, it's perfect at the moment. I don't want to like take this much time out of you.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to go ahead and end the VOD review, end the stream. I need to cook. I need to go eat. I haven't eaten all day. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day. And seriously, this VOD was very heavily mentality focused. So if you want to learn something about mentality, just listen. You don't even need to watch the first 45 minutes because it was literally just us on a blank screen talking. So with that, have a great night, guys. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. Thanks for all the follows and the subscribe as well. Have a great night.